Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Should know say we no regular, anything we ready for. Bet you never know, bet you never know. Nah go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know, bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know, bet you never know. We are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Should know say we no regular, anything we ready for. Bet you never know, bet you never know. Nah go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know, bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know, bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe.
The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. I'm reaching out, but all I feel is hollow. I wanna make you work, but all I do is make you worse. The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now?
Oh, is it working? I think it is working this time. Oh, hey, boys. Okay, my mic was not working for whatever reason. Actually, I know a reason why. The Logitech software had okay, it was basically a software update. I don't want to explain. It's not even worth. How you boys all doing? Welcome back, boys. How are all you doing today, you beautiful bastards? Hope all of you having a wonderful one. We got more 5v5 1v1 duels on the way, boys. We are missing out on some raid testing. The Tara crew and the first ones, I think is the fight name. Guardians of the first ones. Dude, those are the fights I really wanted to see. So, to make up to it, you guys can just give me some of the best duels over in the EU, dude. I want to see some fun gameplay today, boys. How are all you doing? Welcome back. Let's get the stream up and running. If you got any groups, let me know right now. And let's get into the EU side of things. How you boys all doing? Welcome back, boys. Stonjan in a do not ask, will not. Wow, it's Jesus. We got ourselves Cherkies. Turkeys. We got Belly, Kren, the beautiful Sable. How you doing, my man? Cody, how you boys all doing? Welcome back, boys. Let's have some fun with the 5v5 1v1 duels today. Let's go now. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let me get the music back up and running here too, man. We're missing that. Missing the music. And I think I also got I look a little pink. Hold on. Do I need to oh, okay. Low light compensation is gone, apparently. Hi, how's it going? Hope all of you are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let's get the duels up and running today, boys. First come, first serve with the duels, dude. When it sees, actually, no. Kragar, where's Kragar, dude? Where's Kragar? Because I feel like we didn't get to play last time, man. I feel like Kragar never really got to play last time. We got some chats already. Hold on, from who? From who? Ornash, you got a group? If you got groups, whisper me ready. Yo, Alex, is he ready? Yo, mate, what's up, fam? Yo, is Alex and Ornash the first ones, dude? Ornash, Alex? It looks like these two were the first ones. Do we see Kragar in here? We don't see Kragar. Okay. Give it Kragar until we get the duels up and running before we get him in, dude. Getting Kragar opportunity here, man. This is Kadam. We got the boys in here, dude. It looks like Ornash and Alex are first up, man. For the 5v5 1v1 duels. I'm not leader, sign up. I'm not leader, sign everybody up, boys. Sign them up, man, for 5v5 1v1 duels, dude. Patch 9.1, by the way. PTR duels? How about tomorrow? I don't know if we're getting enough updates on PTR Chrysler. I'm not against the idea of PTR duels. I think maybe right now it's a little too early because I don't think there's enough updates on there. Like, once we have more legendaries and stuff, I am down. How about we wait a week? We'll give NA the opportunity to play tomorrow. Bro, I was like, hey, what's up, AJ? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. All right, let me stop wasting the time. 3 out of 5. Yo, Alex. We're gonna have to go Ornash and this is. Yo, can somebody duel Alex over here, dude? Sounds good, boys. Sounds good. No, next week, potentially PTR duels. Can't say guarantee because I feel like with my schedule I can never guarantee anything. But next week, how about some 5v5 1v1 duels on PTR? So NA and EU could participate. We could test out some changes. If there's enough changes, okay? It has to be enough changes. There has to be enough legendaries for us to try the new stuff and new honor talents. I feel like they've done a pretty good job with honor talents. I would like to see how those are used. But yeah. Or Nosh and this EUS. Okay, we got one in. Kadam, we'll try to get you in here. Kragar's with me? Okay, we got to get Kragar in there. How does... Normally Kragar's the one leading the groups, but I guess, man, maybe he just joined Kadam. If I only knew that, I would have gotten him out earlier. We're going to try this CS and Ornash. If not, we'll probably go Kadam since Alex is still waiting. Chrysler, I don't know if he has a 5-man or not. It doesn't look like he... Maybe he does? Thoughts on Demo Lock? Yo, Demo Lock actually is looking interesting with some of the honor talents. I think the Fell Lord could be an interesting play. People will still just run out of him, you know, run out of there, but run away from his swings. But I still think he could be pretty good because right now he dies. So this time at least he doesn't die. And it could be, oh, arena calls? Okay, we'll just take this quest, dude. Yeah, dude. We're trying to get arenas done, Blizzard. Totally. Surely. They don't know, dude. They don't know. They just do not know. Let me get the duels mix in here, boys. First up of the day, we got ourselves switch. We got ourselves M6. First up on team 1 with... Okay, what is that? it's the, it looks like, okay, so this icon on his chest is like Dauntless Duelist from Nigel Soulbind, but I know it's something else. Is it Duelers Arena? Is it the BFA Duelers Arena tabard? Is that what that thing is? Honestly, I feel like I should know it. We got Ornus in here. Wait, is that Ornus and a Shadow Priest? Ornus is S Priest. We got ourselves I Love Fake. We got ourselves what's the name? Collude and KYS God. What? That's a bit of a messed up name. I think I'll call it Kids God just for ease of use. Titanius in the other team with Descalos. We got ourselves Nobeliers, Cries Bad, as well as Fanuris. Gonna be first up on his team. Feral versus Pala. Actually, 5-for-5. Both of them are number 5 on each of the teams. Sometimes it just lines up like that. Honestly, sometimes it just lines up like that. Fanuris gonna have to find a good angle on Kizgod. We'll call it Kiz. Or maybe KYS? I don't even know, dude. I don't even know, dude. I feel like if I call him KYS the whole time, it's almost like a BM in the guy, right? I would just kind of feel bad. You know what I mean? But it's going to be Kizgod getting opened up by the Feral. Not really much of damage. And Fanaro is backed up for a bit. That's going to be DR. Is waiting down for the stun. DR is going in with the bleeds. It just bails. Wait, what is this play? Just bleeds up and bails out. What is that? I think he's trying to get Kizgod out of position, out of that corner, away from the eyes, because I guess he's just going to wait out for the Feral. There's no real point for him to really engage, especially with Fanarus not really going in ham. Popping in some cooldowns, going to be Kizgod, getting out of that stun. Shield of Vengeance available, trying to make some catch-up play with Fanurus, with Hand of Freedom, gets a slow onto the Druid. Blessing of Protection for Kizgod. Is he going to go for the big go here? Hammer's getting thrown up, does not have a blind for this. Fanurus taking a bit of damage though, but looks like he might be able to outrun it. Oh man, the damage though out of Kizgod right after. Okay, hold on. What is that on talent, dude? Hold on, that talent. Paladin, Red Paladin talents. I forget the talents for classes from time to time, dude. The big, the holy wave thing, the holy funnel, the holy dipping thing. Yeah, what is that? It's is it Righteous Verdict? No, it isn't, is it? Oh my god, do I have to go through a whole Wowhead guide? Jesus, I just want to look at the talents, man. Where are the talents, dude? I literally just want to look at Retribution Paladin talents, man. What the hell is going on, dude? Is that it? Please tell me it is. Okay, Final Reckoning. Okay, so we got Final Verdict. We got Last Verdict. Templar's Verdict. For some reason, I confused the verdicts and reckonings, man. I confused my verdicts and reckonings. I don't know why. And I kept calling that thing Last Reckoning or Final Verdict for so long. I have no idea why, but it's going to be Kizgod looking for the Feral. Is he picking up the eyes? Are the eyes both down? It looks like they are. Fanurus actually just playing the cat and mouse game with this man altogether. I mean, it gave me perfect opportunity to look up what the talent exactly is. I'm going to forget it literally next second. Final Reckoning, though. Come on, man. I see it all the time. But Nurse trying to see if he can escape the Paladin damage. I think he's expecting a big burst. Koch is going to stop in place. This Barskin going to be enough through the Paladin burst. I don't know if it is blind or Fanurus is going to be able to get him out. Dude, even through Barskin, just nothing he can do to stop it. Once you don't have a trinket, Kizgod had the stun, the blind. You are sitting for full 6 seconds of a stun and 6 seconds of a blind. Basically CC'd for 12 seconds, unable to play the game or do anything, while the Paladin just wails on you with holy damage or physical damage. Mostly holy damage when it's a blind. And if they're very, very careful with their abilities, they might actually be able to make sure they're hitting you with just holy so the blind doesn't break. He's got taking a bit of damage from the Demonology War like a Scry's bad. Set himself up for patch 9.1 Demonology, trying to get some play into it. Shield of Vengeance not gonna hold on long at all. Kreisbad pushing in onto Kizgod. That's gonna be the Hand of Freedom, keeping the Paladin moving, getting the stun on all those pets. Tyrant is getting summoned up for Kreisbad. Did it actually go off? Yeah, I think the Tyrant did. The Tyrant should be mosing over to Kizgod. Does not have a way to stun the Tyrant. Is going to try to turn evil. It is going to get the Fear on the Tyrant. Stun comes out a little bit late. Fear onto Kizgod. The Tyrant still has his pets empowered, but the Tyrant himself cannot act. He cannot play the game. and is not going to be able to live past that fear. Going to be a bubble for Kisgod as he sees the reflect for Kreisbad. Did not dodge himself. I hope not. I certainly hope not. And looks like the Palace should be able to escape from the demons for just a moment, building a little bit of holy power on the side while avoiding Kreisbad. The pillar is actually long enough range with the Paladin, even with a lack of mobility the Paladins generally have. Should be able to sustain himself for a bit. Kreisbad not really pushing in. He kind of wants Kisgod to get away from behind that wall. Trinket coming out for the Paladin. Hodges to Kreisbad. Does have Seraphim available. Big hammers coming out. Is that going to be the big damage? Blinder to Kreisbad. Does he have the big go? The Reckoning comes out with last verdicts back to back. Lots of holy damage. Kreisbad is going to be able to catch up on a lot of health. Battle Master Trinket looks like it has been used with a Hellstone as well. Getting some counter pressure back to Kisgod. No more bubble available. He just needs the pest to do enough damage. Kisgod might be able to maintain himself. Word of Glories are still very strong. Is able to keep himself recovered. If he can only get wings with his Word of Glories, he might be okay. Does he get locked down? I think the lockdown happens. And Kreisbad taking out the Paladin. Normally Paladins, I feel like, survive this for so much longer. They get another set of wings. But I think maybe either Kreisbad played it optimally, or maybe got a little bit lucky, or the Paladin got a little bit unlucky. Khalud coming out next. First is Kreisbad hits him with a stun immediately. And I can't really tell if he's doing damage. It looks like he's dancing. It looks like he is obviously dancing around him, but I don't know if he's doing damage. Metamorphosis is getting used, and he is playing that Piccolo pretty well, but that's going to be fear out of Kreisbad. Is he just going to go for CC? He should be expecting the haunt out of Khalud any moment, right? You should be expecting Big Go is going to gateway preemptively, summoning in more demons versus Khalud, who doesn't have a lot of health, is going to go for immunity. As he gets hit with a stun, that's still plenty of resources to gain for Kreisbad. Khalud needs to make a play right now. The haunt comes out. It doesn't do the biggest impact damage to Kreisbad, but maybe for Khalud, that might still be plenty of self-heals. Looks like Kreisbad does create some line of sight, popping out with the reflect, trying to taunt Khalud. And it looks like the man is just going to have to wait it out until the next set of cooldowns is available. But is Kreisbad even going to push in? It looks like Khalud is just basically out of everything. He has Darkness. He does have Shadow Meld. I guess he did use the Battle Master Trinket to survive it there. And Kreisbad picking up the eyes, just setting the pet. He just needs the pet to get a few autos, and that's it. That's all he needs, just a few autos, and he'll be golden. It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Stuns Khalud. There's no way to stop him. And down he goes as Kreisbad testing out and busting out that Demonology Warlock, dude. Demo is looking like they're going to have some interesting updates for 9-1, so he's getting ready. Rachel Roll. I love you, bro. Love you, bro, my man. How you doing, my guy? Zero Kajala, dude. How you doing, my guy? Use an arena without obstacles. That's not fair. Dislike for the arena. I just picked a random sus. Yeah, my all arenas we pick are random. What arenas don't have obstacles? I feel like everyone has line of sight. Even what's another Lordaeron, I guess, is the only one that doesn't really have line of sight. I guess the new Kyrian one doesn't have the biggest pillars ever, but it still does. I use them. I pick random arenas, man. I didn't choose this one. I let it go in a random. I think it adds a bit of variety. You don't have to like it if you don't want to. That's fine with me. What is it? Pasco. How you doing, my man? How you doing, my guys? Hope you're having a good one. Enjoying the duels. Ornus getting hit up with a stun. It's going to be a tyrant. Is that going to be potentially defensive? That's going to be dispersed. Ornus without a trinket too. We kind of missed that part. It did use Void Form versus Kreisbad, but I never really saw Kreisbad health really go down for a moment. Stun? I think Ornus is just done. Wait, he does activate Battle Master Trinket. Does he have anything at all? Greater Fate tried to heal up. Does he have the healing Lego? He does not have a healing legendary. His Shadowmans are not nearly as massive as it could be. Does get the Venthyr Haze buff, but can he do much with it? It looks like he's still on a run, man. He's just an outlaw on the run. Kreisbad could go for an interrupt. If he has line of sight, wait, the pet's gonna take him out? The pet just chopped him down. Kreisbad barely had to do much except summon those pets. But otherwise, it was all good for him. M6 getting hit with a stun, immediately trinketing. And that's going to be Kreisbad throwing a Mortal Coil in his face. Does activate the banner prior. He does activate the banner, so that's going to reduce that Mortal Coil cooldown, or duration rather. Door of Shadows trying to catch up to Kreisbad as the Warlock is already tussling and does get a stun around the corner before the Warrior can get on top of him. Does go for the Fear to interrupt Kreisbad's summon. And is going to get himself a short charge back to the Warlock. Interrupt him on Fear, so that's going to be a Vile Fin available. Soul Rod getting reflected back at Kreisbad, it looks like. It did it? No, I don't think it did. what did he reflect? He must have reflected someone else. Does use the gateway, so he does, I think, have the gateway where you can use the gateway twice before it goes on cooldown. Or maybe gets 2 charges of use. 2 charges of gateway. That's going to give him a lot of mobility either way. Chrysler in general was the first one, I think, that used the gateway legendary in these duels. Maybe in PvP in general, just for more mobility. Is going to go for a bit of a port away from M6, who does activate a Battle Master's Trinket. He is living on borrowed health, still has commanding shout in case things go bad, getting stun locked by the pets in the back. Does have for himself ignore pain, so it is going to offset some of the damage into that absorb shield as long as he can maintain it. But without Battle Master's Trinket, he is not going to have that extra health for long, so that's a really borrowed health. Commanding shout still available if he wants to. Sharpen blade getting set up into Cry's bad, but without a trinket, looks like he's going to eat all the CC. Mortal Coil could be really deadly right now if you don't have a reflect available for it. It looks like he is going to go for the gnome racial to remove the curse of exhaustion. Big port for Cry's bad, get himself lots of mobility. Commanding shout falls off. It looks like the demons just wipe him out. Dude, imagine these demons with a new obelisk from 9-1. So the demons are going to be deadly. You put all the demons with a person, port away, drop an obelisk, those demons are just like mauling the guy. That's going to be insane. And I Love Fake is going to be up next, playing the balance druid. For some reason I expected a feral. Getting those early dots onto the pet. It's going to be caster versus caster experience. We don't really get too many of those in these duels, except for like usually mage versus mage. Going to be an interrupt onto Cry's bad. Fake pushing in with some damage. Oh, swapping the wrong person. Mortal Coil does run him in the other direction. Does maintain his trinket. Does not want to burn it just yet. And Cry's bad is going to go for great big mobility way out there. Fake still has plenty of healing. We are only at 11 minutes into this duel. 38% dampener. So Fake looks like he's in a good spot. Roar some of the demons. And that's going to be a big port for Cry's bad. Has reflect. That's going to be a star surge coming back to Fake. With the fear to follow. Cry's bad is in control of the situation for the time being. Fake still holding on to trinket in case things go bad. Does use renewal, so that's going to be his big defensive getting used right there. Could trinket his stun, choosing not to. Another Shadow Fury with a Tyrant. Does he have anything for the Tyrant? Is going to go into bear from Battle Master Trinket activated. Does land aside the Tyrant, but the Fear walks him back outwards. And that's going to be the Frenzied Regen. I don't know if that was the emergency Frenzied Regen from the Conduit or an actual activated one. Potentially could still have a defensive later. Barks him back up in case things really go bad. Looks like he is playing Thorns. And he still might be in a decent spot. This is a Night Fae, and I don't think he used the Convoke just yet. So if he still has a way to CC the pets, or if he can bait out a stun from the Felguard, if he can somehow lock down Cry's bad without opportunity to get interrupted, he might be able to Convoke him down as well as the pets, which still could be pretty big if you can take down the pets. Does bait an interrupt out of Cry's bad. Looks like Cry's might not have any ways to interrupt him. Maybe Mortal Coil? Does he even have Mortal Coil? If Fake, I mean, he could be in a good spot. Convoke comes out, the pets do get rooted, but looks like only the Imp eats a lot of the Star Surges. The Reflected Cry's bad didn't reflect too much damage back to Fake. It looks like the Imp took majority of that damage. I feel so bad for that little Imp, dude. So bad. I don't even know what happened just now. I think when you root the enemies, your Convoke ignores rooted targets, so it made sense to root the pets, but I wonder if it rooted Cry's bad as well. Looks like Fake is not going to be in a great spot, dude. Bear form does a Frenzied Regen. Barskin down for the time being is going to get hammered with CC back-to-back, but Cry's bad. Finally, the trinket comes out on the last. I think it was a Fear at the end there. And looks like maybe some recovery is going to be available. We aren't super deep into dampening, only 50% at the 13-minute mark, but Fake is definitely behind in this duel. Is there any way for him to return? He does have 40 seconds to survive until Incarnation. If he can do that and wait for Incarn, he might be all right. But that's going to be another Tyrant just barraging at him. He is able to line aside. There goes the Frenzied Regen heal. It looks like that was the emergency heal. And I didn't really give him the most value. Maybe that was an actual something else? Potentially could have been something else. Honestly, it had the same animation. So it's really hard to tell sometimes. Cry's bad hits him with the Mortal Coil, getting more pets up and running. And Fake is still on the run. Barskin back up. He might actually be able to use Barskin just to dampen some of the damage he takes. And if he can just wait out until he gets more frenzies, he'll be in a good spot. As long as he doesn't get interrupted on his heals, he won't be in a terrible position. Does drop a root onto Cry's bad. He could go for a port maybe. And then gets a stun onto Fake. Interrupted on nature off of that stun too. So he's actually going to get locked out for a second. But he does have mobility. Druids and mass healing plus mobility, dude. That's all you need. Knock up by Chrysler to disrupt that heal, which is a bit of a surprise. I think Fake was not aware that that was going to happen. Maybe he could go for an interrupt onto the Druid. is going to hit him with a fear. The fear still does run him around the corner, but it is a slower fear than if the druid were just running in Cheetah. Mortal Call right after, but the root silence connects. And Kreisbad can't really prevent Fake from getting away. It looks like Fake actually lived long enough to be able to get Renewal back. He has Incarnation back up, maybe even Convoke. So this druid could potentially make a comeback against Kreisbad. Demonology versus Balance Druid. There's a lot of factors to consider as a Boomy. You got the Warlock Interrupt, you have the Fears, you have Mortal Coil, you have the Pet Interrupt, the stun itself, and the fact that it interrupts you as well. So even if you're a stun DR, like, there's so many ways to interrupt a Boomy, especially in this 1v1 matchup. So Fake needs to get all those factors out of the way first before he can Convoke. Reflect, that's another one actually. Reflect is another factor. But he's going to stun a Star Surgeon. Kreisbad, it does have a bit of a bite to it. So Fake is not out of the fight just yet. He has his massive cooldowns rolling for 30 seconds. If he can maximize any of them, that'll be great. Root onto Kreisbad, that is going to be Mad CC out of Kreisbad. Convoke is going to be a second pet to get that stun off. Does interrupt Convoke, does stun lock Fake. And there goes the emergency self-heal. Again, the druid is back, tried to have a go, steals Incarnation for a little bit, maybe you could do something. Kreisbad does use the Battle Master Circuit to give him extra health to work with. And he actually probably could jump down a full Tyrant while the Battle Master Circuit is there, since the Tyrant will actually scale with your health. I mean, technically it doesn't PvE, so you could actually use it there, but I wonder if anybody does it in PvP. You know, waits out until like a warrior gets a Warlock low, you Battle Master Trinket, and then you pop the Tyrant, then the scales based on your max health. Like the more health you have, the more health Tyrant has, and the more damage it does. It's a weird interaction. Fake's still alive, dude, but barely. Get it? Barely. It's Grizzly out there, dude. He's tried his best, dude. He's actually still alive. The fact that druids can live this long is actually kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's doing well. He got the pillar, he got the mobility for it. But man, the survivability and this just mobility of these guys. Like, he's always able to round the bends around the corner. Regrows. If only Kreisbad had, I mean, I guess his pet does have an interrupt. It's a stun as well. But if he had, let's say, one pet to interrupt, one pet to stun, he could maybe rotate both of those. That's going to be a root onto the pets, but does slam him with a stun. Is going to get some Demon Dogs in there. Demon Bolt, barely any health. Looks like Fake does get taken out by Kreisbad, dude. Kreiser taking on the Demonology challenge. This man is prepared for 9-1, especially when they add that Obelisk and the Fell Lord. I think this man is ready to go, dude, honestly. What's up, Eli? Ali group is up. Dalaran 5V5 1. Awesome, boys. Yeah, if you guys got groups, let them know in the chat, man. Let them know in the chat if you have a group or not, boys. Alrighty, let's get another duel up and running. We had, this is... Oh, okay, we got to get Kedem. Alex is ready. Jesus, hey, we're ready. We got to get you versus, I guess, versus Ornosh or Odysseus. I guess Odysseus had Kreisbad and Ornosh maybe was the priest. Oh, was Ornosh the druid, actually? It's hard to tell. Let me save this one real quick. How many are we at on EU duels at this point? 130? 140. 145. 147. Yo, EU got mad duels, dude, all day. Qs are dead? I don't know about that. We got Alex, we got Kadam with a group, we got Jesus with a group. You can always join them if you, or if you want to open your own group, man, you're more than welcome to. Let's get Alex and Kadam in here, boys. Let's get Alex and Kadam in here. Here we go, here we go. Kreisbad, the Warlock, God, real G's, dude. The real Warlock, man. The real Warlock, dude. I do like that he's trying out different specs. I'm a huge fan of that. Huge fan of that. Hello, what's up, Gimbo? How you doing, my man? Hello. How you doing, my dude? Hope you guys are having a good one. Alrighty, let me get the next duel up and running, boys. We're gonna try to get through as many of these as we can on EU, man. We're gonna have some fun, dude. We're gonna have some fun. Also, why does my BNet keep lighting up, bro? Is it because you guys messaging me there? I think it is. Man, it makes you think like, man, there's maybe a new update, maybe something new happening. Yo, what'd you guys think of patch 9.1, by the way? Thoughts? Any thoughts for 9.1? What are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about it? I think it's looking really good so far, dude. It's really early, but it's looking real good. I was checking out the Legos last night. I want to make a video on that one. Twitch, what's up, Chicago? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. On Team 1, we have ourselves Christina coming back as a Feral Druid. We have Asher as a Windwalker Monk. On the same team, we have Kay. just K as a Retribution Paladin, G-Funk as a Survival, and we got ourselves Crom as a Fury Warrior by the looks of it. On the other team, we have ourselves Washed Up as Demo. We got ourselves MM as MM by the looks of it. We got ourselves Kenem as a BM. BM, dude. We got ourselves Aliens as a Ret with Talon Rice as a Ret. Is that how they say it? Talon Rice? Close enough, right? Close enough. Kenem taking lots of damage from Asher, though. Having to go from mad healing off the bat. That's going to be a stun into Asher, getting those kill shots back to back. Quite a... Oh! Massive kick in the upper. Just an uppercut on that Hunter. Didn't expect for his health to go from safe to dead in just a moment's notice. And now Asher has to play this a little bit defensively versus Elian, right? What's his name? Elian Rice? So, Talon Rice. So you guys got two Paladins, Talon Rice and Elian Rice? Ellie, we'll call you Ellie. Ellie and Telly. How does that sound? Ellie and Telly. Asher popping off a big defensive as cooldown's coming out for Ellie. Ellie the Retribution Paladin, not Ellie the Elemental Shaman, which would be perfect if that was your name. Swap the rogue person. So sorry, boys. Disarm onto the Pala. Oh, check out your weapon, dude. We don't see that one often. The guitar, man. The guitar. Wasn't that added in TBC? Pretty sure that was a BC weapon, right? The fact that you have it, man, that's awesome. Asher getting stun locked in a Hodge for a second, but does have dampened harm to reduce some of that damage. Kind of a long cooldown with dampened harm. I think it's a 1.5 minute CD, but it was useful there to be if you are able to pre-dampen a stun from Paladin, especially since it got quite a bit of dam. That's a really good cooldown altogether. Asher going for that Ring of Peace, not playing good karma, so he does have a limitation on how well that karma can maintain him. Better use the karma at high health or as soon as you see big cooldowns out of the enemy. So you might want to be a little bit more ahead of the curve with that karma. Doing a bit of damage to Ellie though, not even popping cooldowns. That kick was amazing. Ellie though does have Seraphim Final Verdict. That's gonna be Asher getting out of there. Not Final Verdict. Oh, man. Final Reckoning. That's what it is, man. I'm gonna get that one wrong a lot, dude. Into a lockdown to Ellie. Big damage available. Blessing of Protection coming out. If only Asher was a Blood Elf, you might be able to remove it. It looks like Ellie is getting a little bit aggressive here. Zuena's still able to do a bit of nature damage to Ellie. As soon as the Blessing of Protection is down, Asher still have Weapons of Order. Zuena's still up. He could make something happen here. Big damage. Ellie is under quite a bit of pressure, trying to maintain themselves with heals. Defensives are available. It's going to get a stun into Asher. Could potentially turn around. Looks like Ellie themselves do not have the damage. So he's going to have to wait until the next Hammer of Justice before they lock him down for some big damage. Bob does have Shield of Vengeance. So as long as he can survive the damage from Asher, looks like random wings coming out. It's going to be disarm immediately for Asher. Trying to survive the output. If Ellie, can you actually bubble this? Shield of Vengeance does come out. We'll be able to delay forbearance long enough so he will have a bubble versus Asher. Asher holding on to Trinket, Karma, Dampened Harm available very soon, and is going to back out a little bit early. Try to make itself a bit of a setup. Make a setup a port. Ring of Peace ahead as Ellie charging in. If Ellie only popped cooldowns, that would have been big value for Asher. Hodge onto Asher. Ellie got big Seraphim available. Instant Trinket Karma for Ellie. Could be a bubble as he's locking him down with his Fury. Still quite a bit of damage coming out by the pile of big Laceretics onto Asher. Does have mobility, so he's bailing out of there. Forced a bubble, but now he still needs to survive. That is still wings roaring and blazing for Ellie. In cap onto the Paladin as Asher got that mobility. Rushing out of there, man. Rushing out of there ASAP. So Ellie, your cooldowns are down for a bit unless you get a Seraphim up soon. Shield of Vengeance up in 30 seconds. Asher, on the other hand, 30 seconds on that Zuena, so Shield of Vengeance and Zuena are going to line up pretty well, actually. But without a bubble and bop, Asher now has a much better opportunity to potentially score a kill into Ellie. Disrupting that Fist of Fury. Asher does use a wall here, though, so it is a big cooldown just out. What's the cooldown on that one for Monks? Isn't that like 3 minutes? The 45? It's not, there's no way it's 2, right? It's like a 3-minute cooldown. It's a pretty long one. Is it? Because I know for Brewmasters it's like a 7-minute cooldown, but you'll reduce it every time you use a brew. So it ends up being like a 3-minute maybe. Stun onto Ellie. No way out of it. Zuena's doing damage. Could be set up. Touch of Death comes out. Just did not want to make sure to leave it to a chance. Am I going to Rising Sun kick and eliminate him? Or is he going to have a global? Just touch of Death and take him out of the game. And next up is going to be Telly taking low. Oh my god, the damage they're taking from Asher. Oh my goodness. absolutely decimated by this monk. Absolutely came in with, I don't even know what they were expecting. Oh my goodness. Asher planted a banner on the guy. That's a bit of BM, but man, that's wow. MM is going to be up next. Does have the Ventio playstyle with the kill shots. He's ready, had that double tap ready for Asher, but the line of sight the monk created pretty early on was pretty good. Also, where is his head, dude? His shoulders are so big. When you're aiming your bow, your head just like, he doesn't need eyes to see, dude. Oh man. For Marksman Hunter, he's all about aim and accuracy. Like your shoulder just covers your face. Well, maybe with patch 9.1, when they add opportunity to remove one on the shoulder, while the left shoulder is the cooler one with the skull and the stakes in its head, like, you might want to remove it just to make sure you can see it. Look at that aim shot, dude. He's looking into his own shoulder. Does get a hit onto Asher, but Asher is going to be A-okay for now. Explosive shot doesn't seem to do nearly as much. So it looks like MM, the hunter, is going to have to wait. His little name is MM. MM, what is it? Patrol. I don't know what that means. But we're going to call him MM. He literally has MM in his name. He's going to get some procs onto Asher, but that's going to be line of sight immediately. The monk is leveraging that mobility as best as he can in cap, and now might be able to walk up a leg sweep. MM not doing it, not going for it. Freezing trap is going to force it out, and MM is going to get that rapid fire rolling. He needs to get that monk out in the line of sight and also get a slow on him. He wants to kite him out in the open. Does use an knockback trap. Doesn't really pan out for him nearly as well. Asher knocking the monk, knocking the hunter out of the room. Scatter shot does disrupt him. Is going to have a binding shot. Do you have a Tiger's Lust for it? He does not have a Tiger's Lust. That's going to be a Door of Shadows for MM. I don't really know if he needed a Door of Shadows, but he decided to bail out of there. Asher popping a defensive with Dampen Harm, trying to reduce some of the damage, using the line of sight that the arena has in order to create some, shorten the distance. Big damage on MM. I think he has him turtle. Comes out at the last second, like 1 health for MM, and looks like he canceled the turtle immediately. Trying to get some slow zone to Asher, but I think that Zuen is just going to do work. I think that Zuen just has you pinned. Trying to go for feign death. Looks like the real death came out. Super unfortunate. With Washed Up as the last one, dude. Playing out the demonology. Big old pet, big old head floating around. Asher is just going to have to play a whole nother game here with these pets. Because Washed Up can stun him and stop Asher's goes so often. Immediate pet stun if it goes down to stun him. Actually uses the pet stun early before even Lexi comes out. That's going to be trying to summon out some pets. Trinket early for Washed Up. Good for the Trinket for Asher. Does land the interrupt onto the fear. So locks Washed Up on Shadow. Can still use some demon summon spells. As goes the Tyrant. Should be able to get himself full Tyrant. That's going to be immediate port for Washed Up. Asher on the chase. Tyrant going to be slapping in the back of his head. It looks like Washed Up just can't get away from him. Has to gateway, but Asher closes the gap with a dragon kick. Tyrant is still doing quite a bit of damage, but that damage is going to get redirected to Washed Up. Pop in a wall with the fear onto Asher. Trying to create a soul well to get himself a Hellstone immediately. I don't know if he made a Hellstone early. I don't know if he even made a Hellstone for his team, which actually is Warlock. You are allowed to do that for the 5v1, for the 5v5 1v1 duels. If you do have a Warlock on your team, he is allowed to make a Hellstone. It's just kind of part of the rules. Certain things are shared, because imagine like an Arms Warrior versus like a Feral Druid. Arms Warrior, there's no way he can win. But what if an Arms Warrior uses a Hellstone and squeezes out a win? That's fun to watch. That's where we have stuff like that. Plus, it'll be really difficult to just like make rules of like, you could use this, but you can't use that. So like things that are shareable. We're not gonna try to control what we can't in-game control. It's not like I could like disable a setting. Although that'd be cool, Blizzard, if you guys want to add like ways for us to control like when dampening comes in, how fast dampening rolls in, or maybe when like what honor talents are allowed in arena, what aren't, that'd be awesome for 5v5 I don't know if they're listening. Big damage to the Watched Up. Does have a port available. Does have Reflect, but I don't think he has much left. Mortal Coil doesn't really run Asher away from Washed Up. Actually runs him kind of in his direction. Boops the Warlock to him. Oh my god. Just booped him right on his foot as it goes up. Damn. Asher taking these boys to town, man. Look at that, dude. Look at that. That was some damage, man. That was some damage. Monk totally not busted. Oh, come on, dude. I don't think when's the last time we had a video on monks doing well in PvP? I think it's been like Warlocks recently, Paladins, and Feral Druids, right? I enjoyed that duel, dude. I don't know about you guys. I actually enjoyed. That was a fun duel to watch. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one up and running. What's up, Psycho? How you doing, my man? What have I witnessed? Yo, that was a monk just taking these boys to the cleaners. I think we gotta get this CS in here because his team didn't really get to play versus Jesus. Ornosh, we're gonna have to figure out who's playing versus Ornosh. Does Main have a group? Alex is Horde. Everyone is Horde. Has everybody been Horde so far? I think the EU has been mostly Horde heavy, haven't they? I think I might be right on that one. And it's 148. Alrighty. Let's get Theseus and Jesus in here. Alex and Kadam. Whose team won? I think it was Alex's team that won. So Alex versus Ornosh, and Kadam will have to figure out who you are going up against. Or should we throw Alex and at Theseus? Because Kryzer and the monk basically just dominated. No. Let's just go how I said in the first place, just to get the variety rolling. Those guys will eventually be able to verse each other at some point anyway. Let's just give people opportunity to play as often as possible. This is and Jesus. Here we go. Like delete rally in the deepest hole in the cosmos, never take it out. Monks are busted and should be deleted from the game. Like delete really in the deepest hole. I don't know if they should delete monks. They're actually kind of fun, fam. Mystery monks, dude. Looks like they're making a comeback. Yeah, I kind of like the monk gameplay, dude. I feel like it has, like, it is a lot of hit and run gameplay, right? Monk gameplay is a lot of hit and run gameplay, but I feel like we haven't been seeing too many monks in these duels at least. And I feel like they're not impossible to beat. Like, as a rogue, the class that I struggle the most with is Arms Warrior in Arena. Maybe Paladin. Monks, it's a 50-50. Like, sometimes they do well, sometimes I do well, but maybe everybody's their own, right? There are some counters, sure. There definitely are some counters. And the Kyrian Monk is just really strong. I'm hoping they're above the other playstyles. You know what I mean? I'm hoping Faith to do. They're definitely above the other playstyles. Cries bad the trickle Dan. True. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 together with... Where's the man of the hour? Where are you? Cries bad. Trying out that Affliction Warlock. Let's see if Affliction has any play in the duels. We got ourselves Daskalos, the Red Pally. We got Belly as a Fury Warrior with Titanius as a Feral and Fenuri, I think, as another Feral. Looks like it is. Versus, we got Copyfin on the other team with Rachel. And the first one is going to be Demon Hunter Poet. And he didn't even know it. Going for the hunt. Big damage to the Crow! Oh! He just got deleted! Now, why have we seen some of the hunts out there and they haven't been nearly as hard hitting as that one? That was the hardest hitting hunt we've seen in duels. Oh my god, big convo coming out for Titanius is going to get a prison. As Poet trying to see if he can get some health recovery. Might actually be able to recover a little bit of health. It is a Feral Druid he's going up against, so too could be rough. Does get the stun. Big charge onto Titanius. Just slams him down and tries to see if he can fly away from him. Oh my god. Oh, Poet, is he gonna be okay? I feel like we have to watch him with Titanius. On this team, we also do have Yuwashi as well as Elia. Poet versus Titanius now is gonna go for a bit of a disengage, a vengeful retreat, getting hit with a stun. Does get some damage back to Titanius. I-beam, is that gonna be enough though? Gonna be Titanius trying to see if he can bail out. Stun does not have a trinket. I think it's gonna be a druid down from a warlock into the druid. Poet does recover a little bit of health. That is going to be the soul of that druid getting absorbed by the demon hunter. Trying to see if he can get away from Belly. Is going to use the Night Flame ability to try to escape him as best as possible. Is Belly still a Night Fae? He is a Night Fae, so he could go for his own one-shot if he wants to. So it could be really, really deadly. But Poet is trying to use the mobility to escape him as best as possible. Poet does need to recover health really badly. He needs any kind of health recovery. That means he needs to get the I-beams in. The Haunt might actually give him the health recovery he needs. Stun onto Belly. Big damage. Belly does break out of it with a fear onto Poet. Trying to recover health of his own with Enrage Regen. Stun onto Poet. Does he have the damage to make this happen here? Into Ancient Aftershock. Taking him out. Poet almost was able to get out of there scot-free, man. Almost able to get out of there. Got that massive hit. Almost one-shot Belly, dude. If that Fell Rush would have actually done enough damage, that would have been an actual one-shot. Oh my goodness. That was nuts. I've seen clips on Twitch of Demon Hunters doing some crazy bursts, but I haven't seen that on duels. It looks like Ellie is just going to come out. That Kyrian Feral, dude. The Kyrian Feral get that very big bite. If you do not shrink at that Kyrian Feral bite, like, you're just going to get punished, dude. you're gonna get punished. They can do that every minute. It's actually scarier than Kabok in some cases. Ellie, though, try not to commit too much damage to Fanny, because Fenris does have the thorns. Being a thorny little bastard, isn't he? For the time being. Ellie just trying to bear the damage a little. As we're only 2 minutes into this, 3 minutes into this duel, and the team 1 has been depleted, just down to 2 people. Does go for the skull batch the last second of that cyclone into a roar, but Fenris does get to dip back into bear form before anything happens. Larry, I think, is just waiting now for that big Kyrian setup again. He just needs to get a full stun into Fenuri out of bear form, and he might just be able to one-shot him with a big old bites. Is going to get another interrupt on the cyclone. Looks like neither of the droid is really committing any kind of damage. Fenuri finally getting the bash and trying to make something happen here. And Ali is going to get a bash with the Kyrian setup. Big bite into Fenuri. Does have a trinket convoke coming out. Does have an interrupt for the convoke. It looks like Alaria does win with the bites as a Kyrian is going to take down the seed pod. Damn, the burst we have today. With Dusk Hallows last one left. How did the whole team 1 just get taken out as quickly as they did? What? That is so much damn. That is so much burst. Those Kyrian bites are crazy. They really are. Like, if you've never seen a Kyrian feral, you haven't seen like a scary, like surprising playstyle ever. Because these guys can be quite nuts. Like when you see him glow all blue like that, you better be careful. Like, you might not necessarily have to trinket, but you better be careful. Especially if they're running the, what's that one Lego? I can't remember it. But it's the one that gives you, when you use a finisher, it gives you 3 combo points back or 2 combo points back. Because they can sometimes go for a bite, get those 3 combo points back. Shred crits, so now you have 5 combo points. Bite, then shred, then bite. And it's just like 3 bites in a row. There it goes, big damage. Daskos better be careful. It looks like he takes them out so quickly. That was the fastest duels of ever. I was going to say of Shadowlands, but that was the fastest duels ever. Look at these one-shots. Also, I know that the Demon Hunter got some kills, but it doesn't look like he's anywhere on the board. Poet. He does get 2, actually. No, he does get 2. Does Ellie really get 3? Because I know that they killed the Druid and they had the pod. So it was the... Was it them versus the warrior? I think it was them versus the warrior. Yeah, then it was versus paladin, and then them versus the seed pod. Man, that's actually kind of crazy. That was actually the fastest duels of not only Shadowlands, but of 5V5 1v1 duels ever. Normally, we have one class do this kind of thing, right? 1v5, quickest duels, under 5 minutes, or right at 5 minutes. That's pretty much a world record, basically. Per spec, I guess you could do it. But that was the fastest duels in general. Just people just get deleted out of the game. That was actually insane. Alrighty, boys, let's get another duel up and running, yeah? Who is next, dude? I think it's gonna be Alex and Ornash, right? How do we join the duels? So if you guys want to know how to join the duels, let me show you. I know we have a pin in the comments in the chat, but that doesn't help people sometimes. So if you want to join the duels for 5v1s, go to Play vs Player, LFG, Player vs Player tab, Premium Group, Custom PvP, Find Group, and top number 5 in the search, enter. And you'll see if there's a Horde or Alliance groups on EU available for 5v5 1v1 duels, because those groups will be called 5v5 1v1 duels. So if you want to make your group, because this is a community ran effort, like the community makes the groups and the community participates in like the actual like part of the organization of this. Well, not really. Like I kind of just start the stream and you guys make groups. That's really all it takes. You can go to same tab, LFG, Player vs Player tab, Premium Groups at the bottom, Custom at the bottom, Start Group, and call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels Dalaran. But again, all that is also displayed in the chat at the pin. You also could join our Discord, link down in the description. Press the link for Discord and you just get to join in. There's a whole channel in Discord that shows you, or explains exactly how to make groups or join groups. So if you ever need a refresher, you could do that. But yeah, that's all it takes. It's a community ran thing, very, very local. So these guys are gonna have to separate. Whose team was the one with the one-shots, actually? I don't even know whose team was the one with the one-shots. Whose team was Yawashi? Because I think it was Theseus, right? I think it was Theseus. Who is Jesus on that team? Was Jesus Titanius? Hold on, can we see it? Jesus. Elia. No, he was a one-shot team. Okay, so we gotta get the one-shot team another play. I guess we're gonna throw you versus Kedem. Kedem, get ready. Your team better be prepared, dude. Better pucker up. Pucker up, Buttercup. I don't have a full group. That's fine. If you're looking for more, it's or not. Let me know. I'm just gonna put you on the side here, just in case you end up getting a group. If you don't, I guess I can put you here too. Here we go. Why did you play one duel match? Because I can't get the cam to do the same spectator stuff if I actually play. You just get to see my UI, which isn't super interesting. You get to see Outlaw Rogue gameplay, which... How many of you play Outlaw Rogues? It's really not that bad of a spec in PvP. You might have been told it's really, really bad, but I think it comes down to whether players know how to play it. Is it optimal? No. I can agree with that. But is it like completely trash? Impossible? There are players that are playing it to like 2700 as Outlaw in PvP in arenas. So, can you have success with it? Yes. I just think it comes down to most players don't know the legendaries of the gear or how you would go about with your rotation, how do you properly play it, how to take advantage of gouge, the disarm. Most players end up playing it like a sub-rogue and try to burst in the opener. Like, man, I can't one-shot him in the opener because that's not how the spec is. So I think people give up as soon as like, man, I can't one-shot this guy, I quit. But I think if you take some time, you might even find it enjoyable. Especially with the crit leg we get nerfed next patch. Do we save that one? I hope we did. I hope we did save that one. Okay, let's get another one up and running, boys. You ready? Switch. We got ourselves G-Funk gonna be first up versus M6 popping off defenses immediately. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out still who is who in the group. So that's gonna be a bunch of kill shot for G-Funk, as he is going to leave the banner up and running. It actually is going to reduce some of the CC that M6 will eat in case you go for a freezing trap. I think even technically that steel trap would have been DR'd. M6 charging in. He's staying on top of G-Funk as best as he can. G-Funk popping a turtle with acceleration and then busts out of it immediately to continue the damage. M6 able to get those... Oh no! Those executes! The Mentor executes are coming through, but still unable to reduce a lot of the damage from G-Funk. Does reflect a freezing trap. M6 still in a really bad spot. Could go down any moment. Try to go for a bit of CC onto G-Funk. It looks like he's just going to throw that grenade at Fake immediately as soon as he sees him out. Needs to go for some kind of CC. No defenses available. I think G-Funk is going to get eliminated pretty quickly here as Fake comes out with a little bit of DM. But G-Funk mostly was exhausted after M6 just threw everything at him. Literally everything. Yeah, for M6 that's a little rough, man. I think you just got to go with the most amount of damn. I guess I understand why popping defenses that early makes sense. But it's like, it's a tough one out there for Arms Warriors, man. Washed Up going to be next for Team 2 versus Fake. We are seeing a Warlock versus a Boomy run again, but this is actually a Destruction Warlock. Dropping Infernal down into Fake with a Stun, Shadow Fear, Mortal Coil. Does he go for the Chaosbolt? Fear? Does that Fear break to Infernal? He just might. Chaosbolt goes through. Actually goes for a Trinket with the Chaosbolt, and I think his Shadow melted. I think Fake... Oh, I'm swapping the wrong person. I'm so sorry. I'm still trying to remember who is where. No, wait. Okay, Washed Up is 5. Fake is 3. I can't remember that now. Fake, I think Shadow melted that big Chaos Bolt. That's why it looked like he took no damage. He's gonna get an interrupt on fire damage on Washed Up. Try to get a fear onto the druid. Is gonna be able to do so, but that line of sight from the fear, just the pathing is perfect for Fake. And should be able to catch up a little bit of health, get recovered, while Washed Up is taking a bit of that damage. The dots are rotting him down. The star surges are really clapping his cheeks. And also the stars falling down are also doing quite a bit of work too. There's going to be fear off of that Mortal Coil. Does create a little bit of line of sight with that fear. Washed Up so far, I feel like he's got screwed over by that fear line of sight. Twice, I believe. At least twice. Which is just RNG, whether fear runs him in that direction or not. Cyclone comes out for the Succubus. Looks like Fake wants to make the Convoke happen. That's going to be Washed Up, popping off Warlock Hellstone. It looks like a Battle Master's Trinket with a wall, maybe. He popped a lot of cooldowns there. Is he Battle Master's? It's hard to tell. Normally you have this like red aura around you when you pop Battle Master's Trinket, or you go slightly red. But it's really hard to tell with Washed Up because he's already so red. Is he any redder than normal? I can't tell. Fake got himself a bit of damage into Silence on a Washed Up. Still has plenty of survivability. I think now that's a Battle Master's Trinket, so does borrow some health. And Fake eating a Mortal Coil. Does get the root around the corner. That is going to be a fear. Running Fake out in the open. Washed Up is able to get Drain Life Cast and get some healing off it. while also keeping a slow onto Fake. Fake can remove curses regularly though, so none of those curses should be able to stick, whether it's curse of exhaustion for the slow or curse of tongues for the casting reduction. And I wonder if Washed Up is playing the amplified curses talent, the honor talent, because that one could be really good in some situations, except for not a druid, except the druid. I guess the druid's a really bad move. I guess you would look at the team and see, oh, two druids, most likely not going to be value. I guess it would make sense if you're trying to make a decision. Going to be big star surges from Fake. Just get a couple of those out before Watch Up can even get a fear. And you just use one more star surge to finish it. Mortal Coil does connect. Watch Up does gain a little bit of health. And you might have his Warlock Healthstone on cooldown now. So maybe if you can wait it long enough, you might be able to use a Warlock Healthstone again. Infernal available in 20. So unless Fake can end the duel right here, it could give Washed Up an opportunity to make a comeback. Still has a trinket. Trying to go for a fear. Not a lot of health to work with. Does he have the Warlock Healthstone back up? He might need to use Inferno as soon as it's up. It looks like the Star Surges do take him out. Maybe hanging on in safety of the line set might have been a better move there. But that's rough to figure out, man. That's rough. Crom is going to be next. Does he reflect for the Thorns? Is going to be able to reflect Thorns once. Is going to Blaze Storm out of that route though. Fury Warrior versus Boomy. And Fake should have Convoke coming back up. Does have a fear and a leap to get close to Fake and interrupt the Convoke. And Crom should be able to catch up on health a little bit. Is playing the Venthy Warrior. Does go for some big damies. The Raging Blows do give him a small charge to Fake, so he is able to stay on him. But the Disoriented Roar does disrupt him for a second. And that's going to be even more roots from Fake. Not playing the Bash playstyle. Looks like he's straight up playing roots. Crom is gonna, oh, big Star Surge is coming out. He's gonna have to be a little bit careful defensively. Might have to go for a little bit of Rage. And instead of going for Rampages, he might have to go for, there it goes. He might have to go for Ignore Pain. Just as much Ignore Pain on cooldown as best as he can. In Rage Regeneration being used by the Warrior right now. And actually walking away from the Druid, probably not a good move as you want to use his Bloodthirst. He might be able to get 2 Bloodthirsts unless you have really high haste values. 3 Bloodthirsts off of an enemy. That's quite a lot of self-healing. And if you can chain it together with a charge heal, if you are playing that, which you probably should be for PvP, it can actually give you a lot of survivability, a lot of recovery. But as long as Crom is very careful about maintaining Ignore Pain, he might actually be able to use Ignore Pain Absorb enough to offset the lack of healing and put in more rage into damage. I guess the best way to put it. You know what I mean? Fake, though, quite a bit under pressure, cannot shake this Warrior off. The Thorns is getting used, is going to have Reflect used. Couldn't reflect a root, however. And that's going to allow Fake to break away with the Thorn slow on the Warrior to get away from him for a second. Crom, the earlier he gets himself the Ignore Pain, the better. Does go for the shield. Oh, he has the shield with the Draven Soulbind. Draven Soulbind is going to be so good once 9-1 hits. It actually has so many cool updates. I'm probably going to put some video on that in the next few days. Going to be those Rage and Blow charges. Fake, though, does have the root to get away from the Warrior for at least a moment. There goes Recklessness. That's a lot of the damage from Crom. Does reflect the Star Surge. Not the biggest Star Surge reflect, but still does reflect one. Roar by the Druid. Does he get the pummel out of the... He does get the pummel cast out. Didn't get juked on. Cyclone should come out. Going to be a Blaze Storm by the Warrior. Going to be actually, I think, emergency healing for Fake. And Crom looking to maybe get himself a little bit extra defense. Looks like he's having to chip away the Druid very, very slowly but surely. Those roots separating him, it's just a bummer. Every time it happens. The only thing you're hoping for is either have a reflect to reflect one of those roots or maybe Blaze Storm out of them. Does get those charges. Should be able to get a pretty decent heal with those charges as well. Even enough to play line aside. So for Fake, what is he waiting for? It looks like Incarnation. He's got to wait out until Incarn is back up. But as Fake is recovering health, that actually gives Crom opportunity to get even more rage. He's able to get those condemns in. So as long as Fake isn't in the low end of his health, or not at the high end, he doesn't give Crom nearly as much self-healing because of all the shields. Does use the Door of Shadows just to generate a shield for himself to at least deal with some of the dot damage before he can get some ability to catch up with the Druid. But the roots come out really early. Convoke comes in. Does he have a way to stop it? Looks like Convoke didn't even do anything. I think Fake is a little bit disappointed with his Convoke. I think it treated Crom as rooted target and therefore CC'd, so Convoke ignored him completely. I think literally Fake just healed his allies and himself at most. That was super unfortunate. Crom surviving a potentially deadly situation. But it looks like he doesn't have the mobility to catch up to the Druid, as the disengages the Druids have is absolutely insane. What's up, Sam? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hope you're enjoying these. Hey, Dala, do you want to make a tournament and make donation line for tournament prize? 25% donation go to the winner of 5,001? Oh. With like real life money? Oh, that seems kind of sketch. Oh, I don't know. Huh. I would need you to get some hard thinking on that one. I feel like there could be some legal issues when money comes in World of Warcraft. Big damage out of Fake though onto the warrior does avoid. So when you play Draven, you have this this effigy of you that spawns up, a statue, and it will explode for all your health. Does 50% less damage in PvP. You guys might have seen a Rextra video on that one with the one-shots. But yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one, Capitan. I really need to give that one a hard thought. Really need to give it a lot of thought. Christina gonna be up next. Are we playing that Kyrian? Are we still that Kyrian? Or do we go back to Faye? Or are we Necrolord? I want to find out. Christina, try to stay on top of love as best as you can. Fake, getting opened up with a stun. Bash. Bash is going to be back-to-back bites. Looks like that's going to be a Cyclone trying to come out. Looks like the Cyclone is going to come in. Does have a trigger for it. Does not wait to interrupt the regrows up. The Fake is going to pop back in a bear form. Has Enrage Regeneration, I think, ready if he needs to. I think he's just trying to regrowth as much as possible while he can. Thorns are up, and looks like Christina is still able to do damage to him. Is going to roar him out of there for a second. Does give himself a bit of a breather. But looks like the bites catch back up with him, and Christina takes him out. With Wee Cow up next. Is that a Feral? That is a Feral. So we're going to have Christina versus a Wee Cow. Feral versus Feral. What covenants are we looking at? Most likely Night Fae. If you guys were not aware, Druids are 98% likely to be Night Fae. Because 98% of Druids that are trackable, because, you know, WoW doesn't really put up, like, you know, any kind of numbers as much anymore, like subs or whatever. So it's hard to track stuff like that. But 95% of Druids recorded in keys, I guess, or really any PvE content that have any kind of history. So it could be people that just, you know, pet battle all day. Maybe they are not counted. Maybe there's a huge portion of them. Anyway, Druids are like 95% Night Fae. So a Kyrian Druid, not a common one. Necrolord, pretty good, but not a common one. Venter, even less common. Looks like it's a Kyrian for Kyrian. And that's going to be Weak Cow. Open it up with a burst. Bark Skin as well as Thorns available for Christina does deny a lot of that damage, but the bleeds still have set in. So Christina does get opened up on. We'll have a trinket a little bit later. Weak Cow getting opened up on. Christina popping cooldowns right now. Weak Cow just going to take the damage to the face. Does have a wall out of this one though. So he's going to have wall and thorns. Christina trying to maybe land a cyclone. Is going to catch up to Weak Cow. Trying to keep some pressure rolling. Might actually have enough here. Maybe to Christina. Does Weak Cow recover from this? The bleeds are still in. Trying to heal himself. And that's going to be Christina with a bite. Still had one ready to go. That's actually nuts. And Kiss God is going to be up next. I know it's KOS God, but we're just going to call him Kiss God. Get him this man, the smooches. Christina versus Kiss God, though. Christina just popped all of his cooldowns, dude. Actually, all offensives. Oh, the offensive. Actually, not all. Berserk coming back up. Frenzy is almost available. You got yourself the wall. Barskin most likely back up soon. So actually, he might be in an okay spot. You know, you just have to survive the nuke the Paladins roll. You have to survive the ungodly damage the Paladins bring to the game. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. It's easy. We'll see how easy it really is, right? Christina does go for the Kyrian setup. Gonna be trinket 4. Kiss God with a shield of vengeance. Does spot back to Christina with a blind. Has a trinket if he needs to. Big damage out of Kiss God trinket. So that's gonna be a wall for Christina. Bubble for Kiss God. Stuns Christina as they do have wall and Bark Skin up. Might be able to survive it, but barely. Christina does have the massive emergency heals popping off. Probably gonna go for the actual Frenzy region in a bit. Just trying to live this ungodly burst as Kiss God just continuing to put in the punishment. Christina trying to see if you can walk him through the Ursals. It looks like the Paladin is not going to get yoinked. Maybe he already has gotten yoinked before by the Ursals. We are at the 12-minute mark, boys. 47% dampener. And Kiss God just had himself the biggest go possible with a bubble. So he was really hoping just to cap out the Feral and make sure there's no way for him to get CC'd. So he really went all in. Blessing of Protection still available, so he will be able to remove the bleeds as well as deal with the physical damage of Christina. Will be interrupted by potential cyclones and roots. So Christina doesn't have the words go, does not get the proper opener though, so that might mess up their go. Bash onto Kiss God does force out Blessing of Protection out of him. Thorns are up for Christina. and he's just trying to survive. Hodge, this guy doesn't even have a big go. Seraphim is available. Trinket getting used. I don't know if he has all the cooldowns available. Looks like he staggered his cooldowns, so Christina might have been able to survive this for now. But so far, he's still not out of the woods just yet. With the Ursals onto Kisgod. Again, looks like he just kind of walked out of Ursals. Now, maybe I missed something. I probably did for all we know. Christina tried to see if he might be able to roar and get himself to safety. Does get himself a little bit extra healing roll. He needs a lot of health recovery. Maybe even stealth to get out of there. Is not playing the Guardian Infinity, so he's all Swiftman. He's all about trying to give himself big bursts of heals with Swiftmans. Kisgod by now probably will have a pretty interesting combo. Looks like a Seraphim. And other cooldowns available. Wings coming back up in 17 seconds. Stun by Christina onto Kisgod. Has the normal trinket this time, not the human racial. Thorns available for Christina. Trying to make some damage on the Kisgod. Does get out of the blind. Actually, I think might have him here. Could be anyone's game, but Christina does cap him out. The scary paladin goes down, boys. Down goes, as Snoopy would say. And that's going to be Ornus up next. Ornsus up next. Just hanging out among us, among the boys. You know what I mean? Regrowth coming out for Christina as he waited out for the Mind Games. That's going to be the Ursals. Gripping Ornsus back in. Does try to go for a Dispel into Christina. I think try to keep him in combat, not let him re-stealth. Is getting those auto attacks, dude. Look at that staff go. Swinging that staff, dude. Swinging for the fences. He just sees a little bit of damage to Christina. Christina, one execute is just gone. That is rough, man. That's a tough situation to be in. That's just ultimately a tough situation to be in. I don't envy anybody in that kind of regard, man. Not anybody. That's rough. Gonna be K, the Paladin, up next. Could also be a lot of damage on this man. Seraphim getting loaded up. Blind into Orange Sus as he's going for the full. Holy damage! The big nuke comes out with a final reckoning. Actually couldn't react. He has disperse too. Like, you actually just had to predict a disperse at this point. What? Yo, these paladins, dude, out of control. Fake doing pretty good as a boomy, by the way. 3 kills, man. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, boys, let's get another up and running, yeah? Let's get another duel up and running. We sent it a B tag. Frost Boss. Oh, wait, do I add Frost Boss? Got a full group, my friend. Awesome, awesome. Jesus and Kedem, I think we're supposed to go play next, yeah? I guess we could throw... Wait, Kedem got to play too. I guess we could do Belly and Kedem. Wait, wasn't Belly part of the group with Theseus? Or am I wrong on that one? Belly just got to play, right? Belly was actually in a group with Alex, I think, or Ornash. So you just got to play, technically. Does he have the same team? I'm gonna go Jesus and Kedem, though. Yo, do I need to add Frost Boss? Let me know, boys. Let me know. Evening, Dal. Much love. What's up? Munch, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hope you buy good, boys. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day, dude. I literally have the Paladin. What is it? Final Verdict? Final Righteousness? Jesus. What is it called, dude? I literally can remember. Final Reckoning. Why can I never remember Final Reckoning? Dude, I'm gonna learn and memorize Final Reckoning. And I'm gonna forget some other spell that's used regular in duels, dude. My brain just can't hold all that info. Hey, dude, hope you're having a good day. What's up, being how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. With some real money donations, it can make hype for you and make an audience bigger. That could be a kind of RMT, so a bad idea. I don't know. It's just, I don't really do these duels as like a super professional, like suit and tie, big event kind of deal. You know what I mean? I do these duels with the community, man. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know. I feel like it's not what I set out for it to be, you know, collecting cash prizes, pocketing. Like, I guess what would you? Because I get it, like you said, so 25% of donations will go to the winner. So like, what would happen with 75? Do I just pocket it, I guess? I would feel bad about it, right? Because all I do is host it. I don't really do anything. Would I just give it away to charity, I guess? I really don't know, dude. It just sounds like, it sounds sketch. Like if I heard somebody doing that, like unless they're sanctioned officially by Blizzard or whatever, like, I don't really know. I don't really know. It's an interesting idea. I will give you that, but I just don't really know if that's something I am personally interested in. It's something, it's a ground I don't really want to tread, but also haven't really had interest in. You know what I mean? Hope you have a good day. What's up, Ian? Hi, my man. I hope you're having a good one. I would love to see you pop in one of those off meta Outlaw and cream a couple people. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? But I can't do the camera angles as Outlaw. I'm also a bit rusty. Not gonna lie, boys. A bit rusty as Outlaw, dude. I need to give it a go. Chat 19. Is that somebody from NA? Hope you're having a good one. Hey. Whoever Chat 19 is. Hey. Hi. Thank you. Appreciate you. I swear, Blizzard, why'd you connect my EU and NA BNet? Why did you guys connect both of my BNets? Like, I can't add any more friends on EU or NA at this point. Come on, dude. It made people come. This is enough. I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't be contributing enough. Like, I'd just be sitting there. I'd feel like a fat cat on a wall street sitting there just collecting bank. Just talking about duels. Hyping them up. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I don't know. I think it's just not for me. I just feel like it's not for me. Maybe it's not a bad idea. And maybe I'm looking at it all skewed. But it just sounds like off the bat, not for me. It's not connected, shows you offline. Well, I just got a BNet. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But it feels like my friends list is full all the time. On NA too. Because NA I barely add people. Like, I seldom add people. EU, I literally added all of you guys. And your moms. Everybody and the mother. Like, this is an EU account. You guys donate for it so we can start it, do the duels, hang out with the boys. So I added literally all of you. On an A account is like my account, right? This is where my main character is, where I have a guildies and stuff. I used to have all the viewers added, but I don't do it nearly as much anymore. I do it for the duels for people that are regular, but I don't really have everybody. Like, I have people added that I know on my NA account, right? Kind of like how you guys do, right? Because you guys probably just don't add like everybody random or whatever, right? Because it's a weird YouTube experience, right? When people know you, but you don't know everybody. Because you guys watch my videos, you guys watch the streams, you guys know me better than I know myself in most cases. But I don't know all of you on that like detail. Some of you I do. Some of you I talk to regularly. Most of you guys are really local, especially dudes that show up in streams regularly. You know what I mean? Or show up in duels regularly. Or the boys that just hit me up on Discord all the time, man. I'm always available. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a weird experience of like I guess the YouTube experience. But it's super fun having all of you guys. I wish I could take the time to get to know every one of you boys. Every one of you, but it's a lot of people. It's a whole amount of people. By the way, how do you know you have an A and EU account for being that? Because it has me a separate thing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but when you go to accounts, you see like EU account. So I have two NA accounts. I don't know why. I guess when I originally started my WoW account, my main first character was on my starter edition. And when I started, it probably was like, hey, new account. But I have a separate one, EU, US. And the way that I know they're different is because they don't have the same mounts. Right? If they were connected, because you can't connect accounts, I would actually have my NA and EU mounts, I guess. Because I know you can connect two NA accounts together, or like two EU accounts. Maybe you can connect EU and NA so I can have mounts on both of them. But I'm not sure. But I only have like all this on my mounts, 18. On NA, I have far more. Transmogs, same thing. So like it treats it as a different account. Like when I was doing Legion or BFA, it made me do the starter experience for like a very first character, not like an alt experience, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I got one ready. No more team after the one shots. No, we're still doing it. We're still doing it. No, I'm ready to go. No, we're not. We're ready to go. Is Kedem here? Ready? I'm gonna throw Kedem at you. I don't know if Kedem and you guys got to duel each other yet. If Kedem is ready, dude, we're good to go. Ready when you are. Yeah, we got Belly in here as well. Alex says he's ready. One new. Okay, I guess we could do Alex and Belly. I guess we can do Ornash on the side here. If Kedem is ready, dude, we'll get Kedem's in here. Otherwise, I think we'll do Belly and Jesus. I guess. We'll just get whoever's ready, whoever wants to play. But how'd you get both? I think I'm trying to remember what I either had to talk to open a ticket and ask Blizzard, hey, could you add me a starter edition for EU so then I could upgrade to a full account, or you could just go to the EU version of the website, EU version of WoW, or I guess if you're EU, you go to an A version, and if you're NA, you go to the EU version, and you just get an account like that. I think I did mine through a ticket. I think I got mine to open up a BNet through a ticket. Let's go. I'm trying to get a group together. It looks like Kadam is in here, so we're going to move him out of the way. I don't really know if we are going to see Kadam again. But we're going to throw Belly versus Jesus next. How does that sound, boys? Belly versus Jesus. Or Alex ready to go. I guess we could... don't really want to throw him against Ornash. But we might have to. Or maybe we'll throw Jesus against Alex afterwards. We'll see. Belisarius. Here we go. Try to get you guys in here. We have Alex. Looks like Kedem is out. The CS is out. Main. Never made a group. I don't know if Ornash is there, but we'll try our best, boys. We'll try to get some duels up and running in here. Because Team Jesus kind of blasted the boys out of the game last time, dude. Let's go again. Let's go again. Switch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Copyfin. Hasn't got to play at all so far. Let's try now that... Oh. Are those Necrolord weapons with the Kyrian thing? They look kind of cool. Except the green gem with blue. But you also got like a turtle mod going on. You got the turtle tabard. You got a bit of green, a bit of... Dude, actually looks kind of good. We also got ourselves Poet. We got ourselves Elia with Yawashi as well as Haddock on the opposite team. We got ourselves Belly with... We got ourselves Ultra. Call him Ultra. Cries Bad. Ipas Dodge as well as Elian Rice. Ellie. Who's going to be first up? Who's going to be last? We'll find out in just a moment. We got Poet there with the one-shots from earlier. Double Druid. Are these Druids Pharaohs? They are Pharaohs. Be out of stealth and not a cat form unless you're Druid. Be out of stealth unless you're Rogue. Unless you're dueling as a... Actually, let me rephrase that. Be out of cat form and out of stealth as a Druid if you're not dueling. Same thing as a Rogue, minus the cat form part. But it looks like it is going to be Pharaoh versus Pharaoh. It looks like it's going to be Ultra, actually. Not much of a Pharaoh, more of a Boomy. Boomy versus Feral in stealth for both of them. Elia should probably at some point figure out, wait, the only one that's in stealth is probably the one that's in play. As long as these other guys are not, yeah, these other guys are in stealth. Yeah, so good. Elia coming out of form in bear form. I guess just got to poke it out for Ultra for a second in case he wants to run up. I don't think Ultra was even in the same zip code to even see what was going on. But he's going to have to wait it out. I think Ultra really needs an opener here. Ultra really needs an opener versus Ellie. Because if Ellie gets the opener, Ultra might be in a tight spot. Pharaoh's already kind of tough for Boomies. Unless you can just blast him out into the next century or something. Just a surprising burst. But I'll have to wait and see. A bit of a stealth opener here, boys. We're waiting until somebody opens up. Don't underestimate yourself. You're making great content, Firefighter 1. I'm glad you enjoyed El Capitana. I'm glad you enjoyed, man. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am just underestimating myself here. Underselling myself. You never really know, right? Gonna be Ultra poking out in stealth. Ellie does not get an opener. Ultra try to see if you can just randomly knock him back. It looks like the Pharaoh's still not on him. Could maybe catch a restealth. Catches a restealth. Ellie at this point just used to thrash him out or something. Literally a game of cat and cat. Normally it's a cat and mouse. But you know what I mean? Oh no. Oh no. Gonna be eyes picked up by Ultra. We actually waited long enough for the eyes to be up. Elia hiding behind the box. I think Ultra knows where he is at. Is gonna get the dots in there. Pharaoh leaping in. Bashed by the Boomy. Going for a bit of a retreat with some Raz onto Ellie. It's gonna activate. Oh, a bit of a knockdown for Ultra. Ellie popping in a bear form immediately. Going for a frenzy region that early. Maybe a Cyclone? Does he get it? Looks like he doesn't get the Cyclone off. Ellie is playing that Kyrian setup, so I think he's just waiting until the perfect opportunity to have a big go versus Ultra. And Ultra is just trying to kind of keep him at bay, keep things under control, trying to get some damage in there. But it looks like unless he's going for big Incarnate, he's not really going to make too much of a splash. Big Kyrian setup is coming out. Barxian is not going to be enough, though. Ultra does poke in the bear form, trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. It looks like Elia. Those bites are not going to be able to go through the tough bear exterior, dude. The tough bear hide. Trying to go for a Cyclone. It does get a faster clone than Ultra. Ultra almost tried to race him on a Cyclone, dude. But Ultra, I think, also started a little bit late with that Cyclone. I think Ultra does have faster clones, though. Versus Elia. I think it's a haste versatility Boomy build. Actually, maybe Master Versa? Is it Master Versa for Boomies nowadays? For PvP? It might be better to go Master Versa. Looks like Ellie is going to pick up the eyes and she'd be able to see Ultra out in the open. He might as well poke in a Boomy form. Yeah, for Boomies, I think it's going to be tough versus a Feral. As Ellie just has so much burst potential. Good self-sustain, or sustain damage rather, with the bleeds. Ultra does do a little bit of a bleed damage. I mean, a little bit of dot damage, but not nearly as much. Actually hops to the south as the Pharaoh leaps on him. There goes the Incarnation. Elliot might be in a bad spot if these Star Searchers go flying. We still don't know what Ultra's Covenant is even. We actually don't know. You're not Necrolord. You haven't thrown the Swarm in. Oh, Hibernate. I like that. It's going to still slap him with a Star Search to make the Hibernate. But I like that Hibernate played by Ultra either way. Very, very interesting. Incarnation has been used by the Druid. Maybe a little too early. And it looks like Ellie is going to wait it out until the Incarnate is gone. We still don't know what Ultra's Covenant is. We haven't seen him Soul Shape. We haven't seen him using the Kyrian potions. We haven't seen him do anything. We know that Ellie is a Kyrian. Thorns out for Ultra. And Ellie tried to go for the interrupt, will not be able to do so. Try to go for an interrupt onto the Cyclone, will not be able to do much about it. Cyclone is going to go through, unless you can somehow break it. It's going to trinket out of the Cyclone, actually. So Ultra puts himself in a bad spot where he could get stun locked. Ellie does get a bash with the Convoked Spirits coming out, and Ellie does get out of the stun at the last second. Ultra flapping away, so we do know that he is a Night Fae now. Try to have a big go versus Ellie, but it looked like the Convoke didn't really do much unless Ellie was able to interrupt it a little too early, which potentially is what happened. But both of the Druids are on their toes now. They know each other's tricks, they know each other's covenants, they know each other's playstyles at this point. So now it's really down for Ellie to be able to get a nice setup onto Ultra, and Ultra is looking to survive until the next big go that he has. Can a Boomy actually beat a Feral in duel? Is that a possibility? I do want to see for myself, honestly. Thorns up for Ultra. Go for a knockback. The Thorns and the knock. Wouldn't you want the person to attack it with Thorns up? Or is Thorns just like a way to maybe dissuade him? I guess he doesn't want to take damage in the first place, really. Ellie get himself the Sippy Cup. Will not be able to remove the dots from Ultra, but at least he has something to work with here either way. Ellie goes in for the big Kyrian bites, a back-to-back, try to make the damage happen. That's going to be knocked down by Ultra with a Cyclone. Ellie landing that interrupt on the Cyclone, but still really unable to do the big damage every time. Kyrian, see it, bear form, start healing herself. Maybe even get emergency heals out. So most likely we're not going to see either one of them going down until later dampening, most likely. So far, Ultra has been... I do like the use of Flap, though. I do like the use of Disengage with a Flap to give himself a little bit extra range. He's doing whatever he can in order to deal with Ellie. Does get a pre-Thorns rolling, so Ellie will not be able to get a proper opener. I think an auto attack in before the damage came out, or before was able to really do anything. Before the Rake was able to go through, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And now it's just a game, again, ring around the rosy. Ellie, are you going to go for a Cyclone here? I was trying to go for a clone earlier. Ultra trying to see if he can land a clone. Does land one. Ellie is still holding on to a trinket for Ultra. Perfect opportunity to recover a bit of health. So I guess we're just going to be waiting for these two. And Ellie, I think, DC'd? No? I think it's time to deceive. Yeah, Ultra actually kind of surviving. I think it's going to be a game of dampening, honestly. You never really know, right? Might be just a dampening game. Can Ultra do anything at all? I feel like I see Boomies all the time convoke people down, but against a Feral, this might be the hard counter. Incarnation with Convoke coming out does go for an interrupt, and looks like actually maybe Ultra just interrupted his own Convoke, in fact. Maybe that's what happened. I think Ultra actually legit interrupted his own Convoke. So he has the Incarnation available, maybe some damage from him. Ellie trying to make some damage back to Ultra. Leaping in. Ultra does have a trinket. No Barkskin. So maybe Ellie could actually have a go. Potentially. Is going to interrupt him on the regrowth. Wait, could be good for Ultra. And looks like Ellie should be able to recover just fine. You're actually choosing to burn a wall here. I think Ellie is at this point just going to burn cooldowns and just try to outlive until he can get some big defenses out of Ultra. I think that was a bear form, big heal and everything just now. So might be able to have himself a big go. Going to be a trinket for Ultra. Does Ellie go for the Curie? He does not. Chooses to go against it. Maybe going to wait until the next stun DR and then make something happen. Maybe a Cyclone? No, actually, I was thinking he was going to go for the Roar into Cyclone just now. This is a long game, huh? I think we're setting up for a long one, boys. Honestly, I'm going to get a sip of water, dude. I haven't even had water the whole time. Bash, maybe Ellie could do something here. Big Kyrian coming out, bites back to back onto Ultra. Looks like he's going to survive this one as well. Roar into Cyclone. Ellie does not have a trinket, so it looks like it is going to be a reset for the both of them yet again. Man, druids are really tanky, huh? Try to go for a silence. Almost got it off though, dude. Almost got it off. It looks like Ellie isn't really playing that aggressive playstyle as much. It looks like they're playing a very hit and run. I feel like against Ultra, you actually want to get aggressive. I think you actually want to maintain your dots and just auto him down until you have a Kyrian set up. Because I feel like you can't really ever do enough damage to break through his defensives. Like with Barkskin and Thorns and the self heals he has, especially emergency heal, I don't really know if you could really do much, man. You know? I feel like you have to get aggressive as a Feral. Like, I know he wants to go for the big one-shot, but I mean, Moonfires are not going to hit you that hard. And you can get insta-cast regrowth as you're spending common points into finishers versus Ultra. Ultra is the one who's having to play defensively because he is a boomy. He does have some healing, but like a Feral is pretty scary for him. Bash into Ultra. Did he actually go? He didn't have a trinket, but it looks like it's just Ellie going for the back-to-back stuns into a Skull Bash onto Ultra while Thorns are up. Trying to go for a Cyclone, is going to get that interrupt. Intro convokes Spurs. Does he go for the big damage? Looks like he hit Ellie some. But I think Ultra literally ended up healing himself. That is unfortunate. You know why that happened? He was out of Boomy form. If you convoke out of Boomy form, you end up doing a lot of healing abilities, more restoration abilities than anything. So he was not going to be able to do a lot of damage there. That was maybe a misplay. Maybe he meant to play that very defensively with self-heals. Who knows, honestly? Who knows? But yeah, I really do believe that Ellie he has a missed opportunity here. He could just stay on top of Ultra, just keep the bleeds and keep the pressure, and I think he would just win by default. I think he just wins. Like even through Thorns, I think he just wins. He doesn't need to go for the hit and runs as much. Like look, he got a trick out of him. He wants to go for a CC reset or playing in bear form. Like I feel like a Boomy is not that spooky on sustain damage. Like yeah, they could do a bit of burst, but not sustain. Like as a Feral, especially with the self heals you have. So it is weird. And I feel like eventually, if he keeps doing that, he just won't be able to. He'll just have to wait until further dampening. Maybe some big bites coming out. The Kyrian does come out. Incarnation up for Ultra. Ellie does up a wall for this as Ultra trying to see if he might be able to get himself some resources. Maybe Ellie finally has a bit of a gain on Ultra. Potentially. Cyclone comes out. No trinket available. And Ultra should be able to catch up a little bit of health. With the Entangle Roots onto Ellie right afterwards, maybe some damage versus Ellie. Maybe he can make some kind of a comeback. His Star Surges are doing a bit of work, but even in Incarn, he's just not like nuking Ellie down by the looks of it. I'm actually kind of surprised the Boomy, even with Incarn, like isn't obliterating Ellie, because we've seen some of those Star Surges, man, do a lot. But he also is a Night Fae. I feel like if it was a Kyrian, it would have been a different story. It's such a standstill with these two, man. Such a standstill with these two. Boring. Yo, this is going to be a long one, boys. Tuck in, man. This looks like it's going to be a long one between these two druids. Like, why does Ellie go for a stun? If these Thorns runs away. Like, I know it's Thorns. I know you don't want to be dumb and hit Thorns. Convoke coming out for Ultra. Does get interrupted with a roar. It was a Barkskin for Ellie and is going to get himself a bit of a heal. We're excited the Fire Mage was Fire Mage. Fair enough. Fair enough. We gotta let him play out, boys. That's gonna be my call. Letting him play it out. You never know who wins, dude. Give him an opportunity, man. Give him a chance. Maybe it'll have a big payoff. You never know. Bash onto Ultra. Got that Kyrian setup. Big bites coming out. The bear form comes out for Ultra. If only Ellie just stayed on him and did damage even without that Kyrian setup. Big bite, man. You just need more of those. We just need more of those. Get in those kicks and cyclones, and otherwise I think it would be golden. But Ultra, just because he doesn't take constant pressure, he just recovers. He just puts a few more hots on himself. I think he's golden. He's just chilling. Bash into Ellie. As Ultra trying to get himself an Eclipse. And with those Eclipses, he might be able to make some damage happen. I think Ellie actually decided to follow my advice, maybe. Maim. No, bear form. Running away. Nope, run away. Get out of there. Looks like Ultra's the one who's actually charging in. Ultra's the one who should be playing defensively, and he's just charging in at this point. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude. What is this? I actually hopped on the cell for a second. Interrupting Ellie around the corner on the heel. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. I feel like Ellie just needs to commit. I feel like they just need to commit. Because Ultra is just going to keep killing. Like, until, like, really high dampening, when Ultra just can't out-heal the dots, you're just gonna keep healing. But I don't know, man. Maybe Ellie has a plan. Maybe Ellie has a plan. Thorns are up for Ultra. Try to see if he might be able to push up. He actually looks to play a bit aggressive with Ellie. Dampening is sending both of them. So it's going to be healing reduction for both Ellie as well as Ultra. Those regrowths are not doing as much work as they did at the beginning of this duel. And Ellie, those dots with Sunfire, Moonfire, the stars are going to catch up with you at some point. Eventually, you are going to be low enough health where Ultra might be able to make a play. Bear form for him immediately. Roar into Ellie, trying to disrupt him. Cycle trying to come out. Ellie does get hit with a clone. And Ultra just waddling out of there for a moment. With Entangled Roots right after, he's going to bear form out of it. As it is going to be a free Eclipse for Ultra for the time being. Does get the Lunar Eclipse. Quick roar by Ellie. Does get a stun on Ultra. Going to be a bar skin available. Trinket for that Kyrian setup. Bites are coming through, but Ultra should be able to get some healing. Some self-heals are still available. Bash onto Ultra does go into bear form. The emergency heals do activate. Knockdown onto Ellie for just a second. Trying to let it cycle him, but also trying to get interrupted on it. That is going to be a maim. While he doesn't have a skull bash, it looks like it's most likely maybe going to be a trinket for Ellie. Maybe this way. It's 58% dampening, man. It's 58% dampening, Ellie. Dude, as a rogue, if I see 58% dampening, I'm like, dude, this is my time. This is my moment. They ain't healing. I can put pressure. Some things never change, I guess. What's up, Revenge? How you doing, my man? Hope you 100 good 1 year duel. Honest. Time for old time BM Hunter to come back in. Maybe. What's up, Bilbo? How you doing, my man? Hope you having a good one, my dude. Ellie does bail out, trying to go for regrowths, even though Ultra's the one under pressure. Ultra isn't able to catch up on health. 61% dampening 15 minutes into this duel. Yo, Ellie just is gonna play that long game, huh? I mean, maybe they will win, dude. Maybe this Feral long game is gonna have a big payoff. Maybe the Boo will win. Maybe by the time this duel ends, we don't all get pension. I don't know. Lots of things could happen, boys. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just jokes. Ellie finally charging in. Thorns are up for Ultra. Maim comes out. Kyrian comes in. Big bites. Does he finally have it? Convoke comes out. There's no interrupts coming out for Ellie. One ability and oh! After all this, after 15 minutes of a Feral popping out, sees a Barkskin, runs away, or pops out, sees Thorns, runs away, pops out, sees a Trinket, runs away. All this, a Feral could have just stayed on the Boomy and ended it, but it just turned into this. Oh my goodness, Yawashi, now that no dampening is going to be available, it's going to be the fastest burst ever. Ultra going for that Cyclone, getting in trouble by Yawashi. Wow. It felt like we were running slow motion this whole time until Yawashi came in. Now the game is much faster, isn't it, boys? Thorns up Yawashi, doing a bit of damage to Ultra, blind to reset him. Ultra does not have any health at all, dude. Maybe emergency heal. Gonna get Barkskin. Yawashi doesn't go quick enough. That's gonna be a Barkskin for certain. Undo P Barkskin, didn't even matter. Yawashi taking him out. And it's gonna be Yawashi now versus Ellie. The other Ellie. The other Ellie. Which one is he? Elion's the Paladin. It looks like Yawashi does catch a re-stealth. Try to blind him out, couldn't. As Yawashi did skulk away pretty quickly. I think he might have shot a Melder for that one too. He might have shot a Melder for that one. I don't know if he got a proper re-stealth or not. But Yawashi is roaming. I don't know if he's playing Dagger in the Dark either. Shadow Blades is up. Ellie might have to pop a defensive early. Trinkets into Shield of Vengeance. That's going to be big damage out of the Rogue. Bubble comes out for the Paladin. And Yawashi vanishes as soon as he sees the bubble. For Aliens, that was going to be a perfect opportunity to go for damage. Actually, Yawashi even Cloak of Shadows just to prevent a Hammer of Justice. And looks like Eliana is going to be able to Elian Rice. Eliana Rice? I have no idea how to say his name, honestly. Is going to be able to get himself a little bit of healing. The Flagellation comes out. Does Yawashi have the stuns properly set up? Hodge by the Paladin. Does he have the big go? If he has a good setup, Blessing of Protection is available. Yawashi, do you have any escapes? Does have an evasion. But I don't know if that's going to be enough. Yawashi is still on his tail. The Judgment is still going through. Yawashi has a dodge for a little bit. Blessing of Protection is gone. Does catch a restow, so it looks like he did have Shadow Meld or something for it. It looks like it's going to be a sap onto Eliance with a cheap shot. No way outs for Paladin. And Yawashi does take him out. Stormbolt flying at Yawashi as Belly's not going to give him any escapes. Executes him pretty much immediately. Going right into Copyfin as the Earth Elemental comes out. Copy just trying to give himself a little bit of a health bolster. The Wolves get feared. Big damage to Copy. Does get interrupted while he's channeling. The Fleshcraft is gonna go for Ascendance. Is that gonna be enough? The Belly got plenty of damage though. Maybe big turnaround. Big turnaround by Copy though. Taking down Belly as it dips down super low. Who's up next? Is it Kreisbad? As Affliction? Oh no. Is it Kreisbad? I think it is Kreiser. Get on those dots to the Copy feed. He doesn't need a lot of dots to Copy. Not a lot of health he could really gain from a Maelstrom at this point. Should be aware the Kreisbad is over there just blasting him. I think he understands, like, you know what? It's over. No dampening. I can't win this. So Kreisbad does take him out, taking minimal damage. Hatter gonna be up next, going in hard versus Kreisbad, throwing him into a Mortal Coil. Fear right after. He's gonna have to go for a big burst. He still has all the burst available. No pets for Kreisbad by the looks of it, by the way. No pets for him, so he doesn't have an interrupt or anything. So he's gonna have more damage though. Doglair comes out, Maleficent Raptors come through. Hatter takes so much damage there. And looks like he might just die. Fleshcrafted tried to stay alive. That's gonna be the Warlock pushing in. Haddock does have CC immunity. No, he doesn't have CC immunity. As Kreisbad tried to see if he could drain left through the shield, the dots are still melting him. Haddock is just done. He does have the armor though. He does have the armor giving him 50% damage reduction, 50% less healing, but he does survive for 10 seconds. Or something like that. Trying to heal, but it's over, man. The armor activates in place for him for a bit. Poet up next, trying to go for the big one-shot stun into Kreisbad. I think he just has him here, dude. Mortal Coil for Kreisbad. Needs to go for Mad CC into Poet if he wants to find a way to deal with the Demon Hunter. I don't know if he'll be able to or not. Does get some dots. Actually, I think Poet reflected dots back at Kreiser. He did. He totally did. And I think he might not even go for the hunt. Trick is the last second, taking him out. Poet versus Ippus. Metamorphosis up immediately. I think that's who he's saving his one shot for. Stuns Ippus as he goes for Trick. Darkness out for Ippus. Poet does have his Darkness proccing or using it himself right before that stun. Both of Demon Hunters are kind of low. Ippus is a little bit behind. Out of the darkness, and Poet taking him out. Jesus. Now that's a hell of a duel. Yo, those druids, dude. Oh my goodness. Boys, I love you, but you can't be doing that. What was that? 15 minutes. I felt like that Feral had it in the bag this whole time. Not gonna lie, I felt like the Feral had it in the bag the whole time. If you just played even a little aggressively, just a little bit more aggressive, he would have been all right. Hey, full group, Master and Naz. Yo, Master and Naz are ready. Can we get him in? Yo, full group. I don't know what it means. Don't worry, but yo, let's get you guys in here, man. Alex is ready. We gotta get Alex versus Belly or Jesus. Probably versus Jesus. Probably versus Jesus. Oh my god, now we got so many whispers. Hold on. Kenem doesn't have a group. Lysias doesn't have a group. I don't know if Ornach has a group. We'll put him over here. Kaiser isn't making a group, but he's part of a group. Part of a group. Nas, XY, and let's go with the other one. 90% Druid, 10% others. Damn, dude. Down sleep. Dude. Oh man, that was a long one. Why was it like that? Was the last time I was in those duels? Yeah, true. That was a while ago, huh? No, didn't you play a bit of BFA though, Revenge? I thought you played a bit of BFA. I thought I seen you. Maybe it was like in the early alpha, in the beta of BFA. We did some duels. Yo, Nas, we got you next, man. Got you next, dude. You versus Master 11. Nas, X, S, Y, and Master 11. One of you guys is offline in real idea by the looks of it. Okay, Nas, NAS, X, S, Y, and Master 11. Yeah, make sure you guys are online in real ID, by the way. Make sure you guys are online in real ID. Nas and Master 11. Group on EU Horde, queue up. There we go, boys. There we go. Crazy should have rolled Destro Ninja, dude. That would have been nuts. Destro for that fight would have been nutty. Hey, Dal, I know this isn't PvP related, but what was the best to deal with Shades in this week's affixes? Root them, stun them, run away from them, hit them with a slow usually. Knock him back if you have like a druid or a shaman, I guess, if you do bring an Ellie. Shades are not difficult to deal with. You can just stun them. If you have a druid, just mass root them and then just don't stand next to them. You can kill them too. You can actually just do damage. Like if you're cleaving and they're spawning, not at once, but like if they're spawning as you kill them priority targets, just cleave them down with the rest of the group. They'll be pretty close by. If they're on you as a rogue, you can evade it. So, or you can just stun them if you really need to. Nas and Master 11. Make sure you guys are both on. Let me actually check. Mas is Yawashi. Wait, so he only got to play actually. I have a full group. So wait, that's Jesus' group then, right? No, mine. Queue again, please. You're not lead then. I can't. I was thinking you had a separate group then. I guess we do Alex and Jesus. Is that who NAS. Well, I kind of want to do NAS too. Again, please. I'm lead. As Alex got to play, I want to get NAS in here. Let's do since Masters is Jesus' group basically. They're basically the same person. I guess we'll do Alex and NAS in here. Is it Alex and NAS? I think is new. You ready? Got you, man. I got you, boom. You're good. Different group, not the same. Okay, okay. I'll get you guys next. How does that sound? Group on Horde EU. There we go, boys. Hello. Oh, what's up, Clint? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Yeah, Cries was in that one, man, but it was really high dampener, so it's kind of rough. Now I understand why everybody hates druids. Yeah, they just use cat form and travel form just to get away behind the pillar, and they'll heal there forever. And they just won't. They like, I guess druids have more ways to survive and more ways to escape things nowadays. So they like rogues, right? They're kind of slippery nowadays. So they just kind of go in, force cooldowns, run away. There's no point of them staying in, right? I guess you could play it like that, right? Just run out and run away and just AFK. But I feel like against that Boomy, that was the play was to stay in and put the bleeds and put some pressure. Man, I don't know if that's gonna be uploaded, dude. I'll need to look at that one again. Maybe I can like cut the first parts of it. But man, my reaction there, I don't know how I'll be able to explain that, dude. Oh no, dude, it was so hard to commentate because it was just like, it's like commentating NASCAR. They're taking a left turn. Couple seconds pass. They're taking another left turn. Couple seconds pass by. They're taking a left turn again. Like at that point, you just kind of want them to take a right turn, but that will cause a crash, and that's nobody wants that. But you want some excitement in your life, right? I don't know, dude. Just for the BM Hunter. In PvE is really good for all Hunter specs. I guess in PvP, Kyrian is okay, and Venthyr. Doesn't let you invite us. We might have to go again with NAS. Maybe they had LG on, so we'll go again. Greetings from Argentina. How you doing, Gabriel? Hope you're having a good one, my man. What's the class with the more melee, with more DPS melee, like more specs, or just the most damage? Probably monks, right? I know monks were really good at the very beginning of expansion, and then they fixed some of their bugs. I think they're still really good in AOE. In single target, there is the best one in single target assassination nowadays. I think it might be Assas. I think if you're looking for pure single target, Assas might be the spec. Maybe Nas and Alex, make sure you guys. I'm gonna queue again, I guess. It's bugging out. We'll try it again. We'll go again. Try to see if we can get the group back up and running. Make sure you guys are not in LFG or anything, because that might be why there's an issue. It's probably somebody has LFG enabled. They're really good. Windwalker Monk is really fun. Isn't Assas best right now? For pure single target, I think it might be. Mistwalker, yes. Monk Mistwalker is the best damn. Well, maybe out of the healers, maybe. I'm pretty sure Disc was, but I don't know if Disc is actually the top damn. I'd love to see some Venti Warriors, but I haven't had many yet. Venti Warriors are everywhere, I feel like. Well, maybe at the high end, I think it's starting to become more Nightfade Warrior, just because people are able to get fights in raids to get shorter. So Nightfade Warrior has a place. It's also great in AoE and super fun. But I think Venti is just way too good for Prague, right? That's execute windows, and it's massive, right? Usually bosses are the scares during execute windows, and the Venti ability just shreds through executes. So, Windwalker, if he's not controlled, I guess so in PvP, yeah? When Windwalker, my bad, you good, you good. Retry, please? Okay, we can try again. Alex and Nas XY, we'll give it another go. There you are, boys. Ah, Tolveron Arena, why you gotta hit me with that one, though? Why you gotta hit me with that Tolveron, though? I don't like that. I don't like Tolveron. It's just too big. It's just this. It's like having a big. It's like having a small streaming setup in a large room. It just, you feel like you need to fill up all the space. You know, you need to get carpets on the walls or something. You know, there's going to be a lot of echo. You either need sound foam or carpets everywhere. Like, you know, it helps. It would help to add all those elements to have some sound absorption. But I don't know. Troll the stash from time to time. True. It should be. Yeah, this left side usually doesn't like to play, does it? Okay, that's saved. Should be good to that front. Switch. We got ourselves. Oh, that's a lot of Frost Death Knights. Chat, we have a rule of only 3 classes each, but if you guys are okay with it, that's a 3 Death Knights. Should they play? Yes, they should play, or no, they shouldn't play. Redo. We have a rule, only 3 of each class. That is 3 Death Knights. They are Frost. They don't live long in dampening, so the games are going to be quick. So it's not going to be like cheesy things like with the 3 rogues. Yes, they play, or no. Yes or no, chat. Chat gets to decide you guys' fate as Frostboss charging in. If the chat says redo or no, remake the groups, I'll remake the groups. But Rowan is going to be up next versus Frostboss, though. And it looks like you guys are saying mostly yes. It looks like most of you guys are saying yes, let him play. Okay, we're going to go with yes, let him play. Of course, Naz will say yes, let him play. Okay, majority of you guys in chat are saying yes, let him play. So we got to allow it. They are Death Knights, so they're not super live lordy. Plus, it's Frostboss. This guy spell steals like a god. Rowan is going to be first up versus Frostboss as Elemental Shaman. Bouncing around, trying to get this Lava Burst to fly. I wonder if Frostboss, he is playing Dark Sim. I wonder what abilities he's going to steal from him. I think watching this man is going to be important. Looks like he does steal something. Was it an Earth Shock? Oh, Earth Shield! He just gave himself an Earth Shield as he got hexed off that stun. But Frostboss now has a defensive, dude. Oh, with a Lightning Lasso, it is not going to be good for him. Having to go for that early Lichborn with Death Coil healing, as Ruin is going to be able to remove that Earth Shield pretty early on. Looks like we're waiting for Frostboss to get some cooldowns back. Dark Sim is up. Who is going to steal? Could steal a heal from Rowan. I think it is going to be the Earth Shield. Does have that chicken nugget floating around him, and Rowan might have to go and remove it immediately. Might have to actually purge it. AMS available for Frostboss as he's charging at the Shaman. Can the Shaman do much? Looks like he's setting up some big bursts. That's going to be Sky Fury totem down. Does he have a big setup? Looks like that is going to be anti-magic shell still for Frostboss, or is that a second anti-magic shell? Does he have 2 of them? It looked like he almost had like a really long while. Sky Fury totem is still up. Rowan still has big damage with a Lightning Lasso. Frostboss is going to... What is that shield? He's just getting shields left and right. I don't understand this. What Lego is he running then? Does he have like some kind of Lego where he can get those shields back quicker or something maybe? Is going to get himself a little bit of damage rolling, stealing some spell from Rowan. We don't really know what. It is going to be Earth Shield. It is going to get that chicken nugget floating around him. Rowan just doesn't let him have it. It doesn't let him have it, dude. Stun onto Rowan as to try to get a cast off. Big helping hand coming out for Frostboss. Trying to see if he might be able to get interrupted. Rowan does interrupt him on nature, putting quite a bit of pressure onto him. The Shaman, big Earth Shock caps. Frostboss kind of low on health. Straight inside of the lasso and is going to get knocked out of that setup with the anti-magic zone. I think Frostboss, he got a lot of health back just now. I think that was a Warlock Hellstone and a Death Pack together. Not in that, probably in that order. Warlock Hellstone, then a Death Pack, just to give himself a little bit extra health. Gets himself shields from time to time. I don't know where the shields come from. Maybe a Necrolord thing. Summoning up a pet, has the pet to sacrifice in case things go bad. Stun into a win. Needs to take out that Skyfury totem ASAP. He needs to take out the totem whenever possible. And so far, Rowan hasn't really used too crazy of a Shaman abilities versus Frostboss. He keeps giving him the Earth Shield and then dispels it immediately. He hasn't given him any Lava Burst or Hex or anything like that so far. I wonder if he can give him totems, so Frostboss can drop down like a Capacitor totem or a Skyfury totem for himself. That'd be cool. Stormkeeper coming out. Is he going to be able to spell steal it? Tried to interrupt it. Wasn't able to. Frostboss got himself a bit of damage. Obliterate should do quite a bit here. Rowan got a lot of instants, and Frostboss's health is dipping down. Lightning Lasso puts him in a bad spot. Is that going to be enough to take him out? The AoE Fear comes out. Rowan was nowhere near it, and the Earth Shock just buries him. With Nas up next, dude. Is he going to do the same thing? It looks like Nas even following the steps of Frostboss with a Dark Sim. Or maybe Frostboss learned it from Nas. Could be anybody. But Rowan got himself cooldowns back up. Fleshcraft available versus Nas. As he's playing a slightly different playstyle. Not the dual wield playstyle, but rather two-hand playstyle. So Obliterates should do quite a bit of damage, especially if they are 100% crit. With the Killing Machine procs and Mastery Dam. Nas, what kind of cooldowns are you getting? Did you get a Frost Shock? Did he just give him a Frost Shock? I think he gave him a Frost Shock. It looked like he just Frost Shocked the guy. Skyfury totem down. Nas better be a little bit careful with the Skyfury totem. Looks like the IBF does break him out. And Erwin got plenty of movement, plenty of mobility to get away. Hex should come out and should be scot-free. Nas does choose to trigger that Hex though. And looks like he may be setting up for another Dark Sim in the future. Again, Rowan just playing it super careful. Urge Shield on him, continuing to move, getting those lava bursts out pretty regularly. And that's really all he's ever been doing so far this game. He might need to try to see if he can juke a kick out of Nas. If he can do so, it'll be great. I keep swapping the wrong person. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to do that. And if Rowan again is careful, he will not give Nas any powerful spells. Earth Elemental comes out, so for Rowan, that is a big defensive. And I don't know what spell he gave him. Maybe another Frost Shock. Is going to hit him with a Hex. Perfect opportunity to set up a Stormkeeper. And should be able to blast this Death Knight into smithereens. Take it out, Skyfever Totem. The zaps do come through. Trying to Flash Cut through it. Lasso after he interrupts it. Earthshock almost gets him. Nas does summon the pet. Sacrifices it into an immediate death pack just to give himself a little bit extra help to work with. And that's going to be a snowball balancing actually between Rowan and his pet. Was a bit of damage for Nas for free. Blind into Rowan, trying to make some damage work. Maybe actually Death Strikes even. Lichborn available for the Death Knight, trying to live this. Missing that interrupt on the Shaman. Can any of these Death Knights take down the Shaman? Because so far this man has had a field trip with these guys. AMS back up for Nas. Dark Sim available. Is he going to spell steal some powerful spell? If he's careful with Dark Sim, man, he can actually steal something good. Is going to be able to get an Earth Shock for himself or Earth Shield for himself. Flash Card going out as soon as he gets interrupted on Nation. So Ruin has a defensive every single time. And again, instantly dispelling those Earth Shields. Wants to make sure he doesn't give Nas those Earth Shields. Rowan has a legendary for Earth Shields, I'm pretty sure, for these duels. I wonder if you're running the Lego and you pop an Earth Shield and you give Dark Sim Earth Shield to the Death Knight. Does he get the legendary infused Earth Shield, like the really strong one, or not? I wonder if that's the case. My guess is maybe not, but that'd be funny if it did. Imagine getting a really beefy heal. Stun into a Hex onto Nas, setting up a bunch of lightning bolts. Rowan got the big zaps available. Does he have the Earth Shock afterwards? The zaps go through it, taking him out. With Vinna gonna be up next. Vinny dead? Vinny up next. I like your Mog. I really like his Mog. Playing the Necrolord Destruction Warlock, which is not a build we really see a lot in PvP. But it is going to give him a lot of survivability here versus Rowan for sure. Going to be a lasso out of Rowan, but is going to be trinketed out by Vinny with a Mortal Coil trinket for Rowan. And should be able to maybe survive the onslaught of all these pets. The demons are out. As going to be a Chaos Bolt, but into a Grounding Totem. Does have a wall for another Chaos Bolt for Rowan. This behind the pillar. It looks like Vinny is going to get a gateway. Does land a nice clutch interrupt into Rowan, but I think he doesn't have any damage to follow up. Getting those interrupts and following up with damage is going to be important. Rowan landing that interrupt on a Chaos Bolt. Vinny not in a good spot. I think maybe... Oh, almost got a Tremor Totem out. Rowan had a cast. He stopped it for a second, I think, trying to see if he might be able to plan that Tremor Totem to disrupt the fear. Interrupting that fear. Chaos Bolt is going to go through. Great... Oh! Double Chaos Bolt! It's 2 Chaos Bolts with that grounding. That is so valuable. And there goes the Decimated Bolt for Vinny. Those Incinerates are actually going to hurt. The lower Vinny's Rowan's health is, the harder they're going to hit for Vinny. Especially if they crit. Those things can actually slap for quite a bit of damage. They actually become like mini Chaos Bolts. They're really hard hitting. Interrupting the Fury yet again. I think Rowan has him with a Lava Burst. Frost Shocks just needs a little bit of damage. Reflect is up for Vinny. And Rowan just going to go for a big old knockback. Trying to finish him off with Frost Bolts. Frost Shocks. Can he do it? Lava Burst? Maybe. Does get interrupted on it. Healing Surges are up. Is going to throw down a Primordial Bolt. Again, grounding back up. Vinny just isn't paying attention to these groundings. And he pays for it. Looks like Rowan is doing A-okay for now. Insider is up next. The Retribution Necrolord Paladin. Is everybody on this team a Necrolord? What is going on? Insider going in with big damage onto Rowan. Last Verdict's flying out. Big damage. Fleshcraft available for Rowan. Does have plenty of bodies to siphon the cooldown reduction. Gonna get slight CDR on that shield. I think it's like 20 seconds maybe? Maybe even? Insider got himself plenty of damage ready. Does he use his final verdict yet? I don't know if he has or hasn't, but that was his go. He still has Bubble Bop, and once he has a Slime Shield, that thing can actually be quite good. The hammers he throws out allow his Tempest Verdict, or Last Verdict is legendary, to also use a Divine Storm. And if you have any kind of procs for Divine Storm extra damage, it actually becomes pretty valuable, in a sense. The actual hammer can do a bit of damage, and the hammer can heal you anytime it does damage with a conduit. The Fleshcraft Shield is actually also quite good. The hammer that you get from Necrolords generates a holy power, so at least it's an extra global for you to use. So maybe there's some advantage. Does get the Slime Shield quite often, like every 30 seconds he gets the shield. And Nerwin got him with a Lightning Lasso at a distance. Fleshcraft interrupts it, so not a lot of defensive healing for Insider. as Rowan just got himself some freebie cast from afar. Insider is going to have to play this a little bit more carefully. That is a very interesting choice of a Covenant for a Paladin and Necrolord. I do wonder how well it's going to help out for him, because we actually have seen Necrolord Paladins before, and we've seen him do really well. Primarily Milord Pala on NA. Actually was able to be a big blaster. Grounding Totem soaking up quite a bit of... was it stuns? Was it a Hodge from Insider? Hopefully not, because otherwise he's going to be in a tight spot. Bubble coming down for Insider. Rowan does not really have a lot of Maelstrom to work with right now, so not a lot of DM he can really do. Insider, does he have any cooldowns himself? It doesn't look like he does. So Rowan should be mostly okay. Setting up a Primordial, going for the Lava Burst. Does get a nice proc of Lava Burst on him. Putting the Paladin on a bit of a back foot. Rowan just charging at him, walking at the guy, and used to get a kick out of him at some point. Stunts him with another Lava Burst for free. And Rowan does have a Skyfear Totem if they want to go for a big go. Knows that Insider is not going to stop this Lava Burst at all. Insider got some damies, but that's going to be last to stop him. Hodge onto Rowan, does get a knockback. Insider does have End of Freedom, but a lot of that stun was not able to max out the value. Earth Elemental joined the fight yet again, as quite a lot of time in this duel has passed so far. And Insider should be able to at least build Holy Power off the Earth Elemental, so it should be a pretty easy opportunity for some big damage onto Rowan by the looks of it. Wait, he might have it. Rowan turns it around with Mad Burst. Skyfury Totem, you definitely want to eliminate it when you can. Why would you leave a Skyfury Totem up and running? I don't understand. Anomsi is going to be up next. Is he a Necrolord too? There's no way he isn't. There's no way you are. Dude, all these guys have been Necrolord so far. There's no way. I think this guy's Venthyr actually. A Venthyr Frost DK. Interesting choice. Does steal a heal from Rowan. Again, the Dark Sim for Death is looking fun. But looks like Rowan is the one playing for the keeps. Necrolord team +1 Venthyr DK gone, and Rowan a big ol' 1v5. I like the idea of all this death that's trying to spell steal spells from an elemental shaman. The only thing they can spell steal, however, is the I win button, which will be the I win button. Lava Burst procs. Actually, what would be the I win button? I wonder if they could spell steal. I guess Hex maybe. No. I just don't really know if elemental shaman has a spell that maybe like Hex, maybe a stun. Sky Fury, does that help him? Maybe Sky Fury helps him. Like, what do you spell steal from elemental shaman to get an advantage over them? It's hard. It's really hard. Shamans are too broken. Shamans are really good. Alright, boys, let's get another put running, yeah? Let's get another duel rolling. Who has a group? Who's ready to go? Different teams ready? Okay, we can go Master 11 versus Jesus. Did Jesus get to play? We could throw them versus Jesus. I don't know if Jesus team got to play much or not. Or is Jesus maybe... Was Jesus together with Master 11? I think he was. So I think that whole team is basically fell apart and Master has a different team now? Is that what that comes down to? Yeah, there really aren't a lot of spells, is there? Lasso, yeah, I wonder if you can. But maybe you can spell steal Lasso. Yeah, I think Lasso would probably be the spell. Is Glad versus 1,300 players besides Frosty? I mean, still, either way, I thought he did pretty good. What's up, Randall? How you doing, my man? Urshield lol. He did spell steal Urshield a couple times, but he just removes it immediately. That's why I said, that's what they said Saturday about me. Yo, dude. The healing, man. I guess an enhancement shaman, what can you spell steal? Imagine if you could spell steal Ghost Wolves, dude. Imagine if you could spell steal Ghost Wolves. I don't think you can, but imagine if you could. Just wolves join you. What's up, Kokora? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, man. Love your commentary. Glad you like it, Kyle. Glad you guys enjoy the duels. So it looks like we got Master and Jesus is the only ones available. Alrighty, let's get you boys up and running. Jesus. 3 S's. Twice. Okay, and Master 11. I don't know if these two got to play each other yet. They have no target. Jesus and Master, make sure you guys are online. Oh, that's my fault. No mind, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good. The tables have turned. How are the turntables? Love your mustache. Glad you like it, man. Glad you guys enjoy it. Trying to go for the Kulturan look. Not really, just trying to let it grow out. It just works out that it looks like a Kulturan. Then I could put in a title cosplaying as a Kulturan. Am I though? Not really. Does it get some viewers? Probably. Does it get some mustache appreciation from the Mustache Appreciation Society? You bet it does. Actually, if I can do the VR model and do a cool Tyrann, that'd be hilarious. That'd be actually funny. Oh man, alrighty boys. Let's get another one up and running here, shall we? Another duel for the name, boys. Team One Shot over here. Switch. We got ourselves Team One, otherwise known as Team One Shot with Copyfin. We got ourselves Rachel. We got ourselves Poet with Haddock and Ellie. Be out of stealth and out of cat form unless you're dueling first. Yeah, be out of stealth and out of cat form. Can somebody let him know? Jesus! Or Copy, can you let him know to be out of stealth and out of cat form? We got ourselves Bilbo Hunter back! Yo, Bilbo, my man! How you doing, my dude? Oh my god, he still has the Mog from, It still has the Mog from, what is it? Argus, right? No. Is it Argus? It looks so good. Is that Argus? Night Fae, Beastmaster Hunter, interesting choice. Versus Copyfin, getting all the pets in there, dude. Mauling and... Oh my god, the pets are doing work, but he gotta cut him back into the Night Fae zone. Otherwise, he's losing out on quite a bit of extra damage. Bilbo is gonna get a slow onto Copy, trying to make the most damage happen here. Just trying to let the pets do work. Beastmaster Hunters have a lot of sustained pressure right now with the pets. But Copy does have a lot of survivability for Bilbo. That is also mobility as a Night Fae. So it's a little bit of a missed opportunity with the Night Fae area, but he might still be able to make something happen here. Is going to go for a feign death as the Earth Elemental comes out. Is going to get a nice bunk on the head with a concussive shot for Copy. Trying to peel the Shaman off him as best as he can. Is going to have to go for a Pet Revival, actually. Charlotte Shell and Pet Revive is going to be a pretty unfortunate play. Big Ascendance rolling out for Copy. Does Bilbo have any way to stop it or counter pressure? Trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. Acceleration getting used up. Is going to go for feign death as the Sun Ring comes out. Stun onto Copy. Does Bilbo have much to follow up here? Does have the root available with Binding Shot, but Copy might be able to bust out of there with Spirit Walker's Grace. Or with the sprint for Enhanced Shamans. I don't think it's actually called Spirit Walker's Grace. Or is it? Maybe it is. Interrupted to Copy on nature does create a Fleshcraft shield. Does give him 20% damage reduction while he channels it. And also quite a hefty shield for like 40% of his health or something, right? Something like that. Freeze the trap onto Copy as Bilbo just trying to find a way to shake this pets off of him. With this Earth Elemental just on his butt, man. Wait, disappears. Kama comes out. Does get hit with a slow, but maybe he's okay. If only Copy rolled in and just randomly crashed lightning over there, he might have actually been able to get the pets out. But it looks like Bilbo is going to be able to take a little bit of time inside of the shade, inside of the camo, inside of this invisibility as it blends with the environment and get a bit of recovery. A Copyfin looking for him. Binding Shot. Does Bilbo have himself a big go? No more chicken for Copy, so if Bilbo can get him down in the Night Fae area. Yes, if you can keep him in the Night Fae area, that's a lot of free damage. Also, the wolves, I guess those guys are going to take a little bit of damage as well. It's going to be the Panda Racial for Copy as he's trying to get some CC bonus onto Bilbo. It's going to keep Copy, I think, in the Night Fae zone. The more he can do that, the more damage he can do. I actually got quite a bit of burst out of it, too. Copy, though, just getting loaded up with so much Maelstrom from those Ghost Wolves. The heals are going to be incredible for a little bit. Unless Bilbo has the Immortal Strike effect by his pets, which I think he still might. It looks like Bilbo's actually going to bail out. Copy recovered so much health just now. So Bilbo might have to wait out for another camo or maybe go for more CC chains. Or maybe just wait for the pet heals. He needs a little bit of recovery, just a little bit of sustain. And he might be okay. Copy getting hit with a root yet again. Not much you can really do. And Bilbo is able to get quite a bit of damage from a corner. You just have to make sure he's out there in the open. He sees Copy so you can beef up his pets as best as possible. Also, can you remove Maelstrom? I don't think you can cleanse. I don't think you can remove Maelstrom, can you? If you can remove charges of Maelstrom, that'd be huge. Copy does get the Slime Shield for him, trying to continue the damage. Looks like Trinket broke him out of the freezing trap. Still trying to walk towards Bilbo, but the slows from the Hunter are huge. Is going to be able to juke away from the Capacitor Totem. Got himself Survival of the Fittest while Copy got a Fleshcraft. So that's a pretty big defense he's going to use for the both of them. And Copy with that massive shield could just keep on trucking. Bilbo needs to create as much space between him and the Shaman. Is going to go for the Binding Shot. Does he break out of it? Looks like he can. Hex trying to come out. Does juke out an interrupt. Does get the max range away from Copy. And Copy's still out in the open. Taking damage from this pest. Great sustained damage for Bilbo. Copy does have the pest to turn around against the Maelstrom from. is going to continue having that Earth Shield up. Bilbo is going to have to snipe this Earth Shields to reduce that healing. Copy still got mass healing with Maelstrom, but whatever sniping, whatever healing reduction Bilbo can do at this point is going to be helpful. Copy, though, charging in. Again, Bilbo juking out, dodging out of the way with the disengaged Ghost Wolves, joining the fight, stun onto Copy with big damage from Bilbo. If you can just keep Copy in there, you might actually be in a good spot. Copy, though, got the big ascendancy. He doesn't actually need range anymore. Threw down a Primordial Bolt, but couldn't really follow up with big damage onto Bilbo. Feign death for a second. Be very, very careful. Binding shot missing Copy could be really bad for Bilbo. Trying to stay alive as best possible. Night Fae coming into play here. Binding shot still out in the middle. Maybe if he can somehow kite Copy into the binding shot, he might be okay. And Copy actually turning attention onto the pets. Bilbo might have to resummon these pets again. Is going to at least pull the pets back, at least. Trap on the side. Copy is going to run into it. He does have grounding totem, so he could have grounded that trap if he's careful. If he's watching out for the trap animation. And Bilbo hopping back in the camp. Not for long, actually. It looks like maybe there's a flame shark with one of the pets. So Bilbo is denied any kind of healing. Maybe mobility is all he can do. Grounding Earthbind Totem on the one side just slows him down. He does have great kite potential, great mobility. That gives him quite a bit of survivability. Makes up for like the lack of healing the hunters have. But man, it's rough. The pet goes down. Bilbo is going to have to summon a new one. Revive pet coming out. And looks like Copy is not going to be able to interrupt it. A binding shot, man. That get him. That got him. As long as you have if you have a sprint for the binding shot, you will be able to interrupt Bilbo. Otherwise, it's going to be rough. Stun onto Copy. No trinket available. Bilbo doesn't really have a big go. So he's going to have to wait it out a little bit. We are diving into that 6-minute mark, boys. 7% dampening on this duel. Bilbo just waiting out. Taking out the totems while he's at it. Hunters have a pretty hard time with shamans, don't they? Like, this guy is just, I mean, Copy just able to heal himself a ton. Like, ignore, even if you didn't have Earth Shield. Like, even if you were in Lightning Shield. Actually, Lightning Shield will probably be even more deadly, because Lightning Shield gives you more Maelstrom procs. Like, when you get auto-attacked by those pets, it's probably Maelstrom for days. You never have to worry about it at all. Into a Panda Racial, getting the stun totem next to Bilbo Hunter, sundering right after, trying to see if you might be able to have a go here. Bilbo going in for the, I think, another binding shot. Does he have the sprint? He doesn't have the sprint. It looks like Copy Fin is stuck in the root again. But Bilbo is getting savaged by those Ghost Wolves. I think he's just done to the Ghost Wolves, and down he goes. Super unfortunate duel. Copy Fin just able to survive a lot of that output. Doglock X playing without a pet. Wait a second. Actually, no pet Warlock. Soulfire damage. No, there goes the pet. Soulfire, huh? With an Infernal. Sun around the corner. Big damage available. Copy, do you have the grounding for this? Into Immortal Coil. I think he dropped down a totem. It is a grounding. Does he take it out? He does skill it. Copy taking lots of damage, walling off a lot of that dam. Is going to go for a bit of self-heal. That Infernal is going to put a lot of pressure on you. It looked like Dog didn't have a pet for a second. I thought maybe Destruction Warlock with no pet. Interesting plays, but apparently not. Apparently not yet. Copy looking to get himself a little bit of healing from these pets, but avoiding the Warlock as best as possible. Plenty of pressure just from the Infernal. Going for an interrupt onto Dodge. Or into Dog, I guess? For some reason I want to come Dodge. Casbolt trying to line up. Not going to be able to do much with it. The Earth Elemental gets hit with advantage, but I think Copy still gets the buff from the Earth Elemental in health. Big Ascendance available. Does he drop down a Tremor? He doesn't drop down a Tremor. That's going to be some free Casbolts for Dodge with a Mortal Dog with a Mortal Coil after. Still plenty of damage to Copy, interrupting the gateway. Does drop down in what looks like not a grounding. It is just a healing spring totem. Just a bit of a heal. Dodge the why do I call him Dodge? It's Dog. Dog Lock X. Why do I call him Dodge? Even when I was younger, dude, I wasn't even into the Dodge memes. I'm gonna call him Dodge. What is wrong with me? Earth Elemental still up for a moment. Copy, get a hit with a succubus C as he goes for an intro. Dog could maybe get something going here. Another fear into Copy, still no Tremor. He did Tremor something. He does on cooldown, so he is using it. Soulfire, does he get a full Soulfire out? Does Copy interrupted? Oh, grounded that Soulfire. How much damage could that do? Stun onto Dog with Ghost Tools up. He goes for the port, trying to see if he can get away from Copy. Has the conduit where he gets movement speed with the teleport, which is huge here. Was able to just get so much distance from Copy, as Copy is going to be forced to close the gap. Get a couple of those lightning bolts in here and there. Mortal Coil flying. And Dog got himself a Casbolt set up or ready to go. Wall for this Casbolt, so Copy is not going to take any damage at all. Trying to see if maybe he can go for a Hex on a Dog. Doesn't get it. Got enough line of sight just behind the pillar. Flash got real for the copy. Just got himself even tankier. This shaman absolutely is just a marauder right now, dude. Just an absolute like walking tank. Try to see if you could dodge a fear behind the wall into a soul fire. Does that break through? That broke through the fleshcraft. That is actually a lot of damage. Wait, is Dog playing like a big one-shotter hoping for the soulfire crits? Because that's what fleshcraft is like 40% on someone's health, right? What dampening is that is lower. But that maybe could be a pretty big hit. I want to see next time he gets to use it. Like, how hard does it hit? Okay, as well trying to get set up for copy. Mortal Call onto the shaman. Stun next to a Dog only stuns the pet. And that's going to be Dog getting the hell out of there for a moment. Get himself Fear ready for copy. Try to go for an interrupt, didn't get to. Tremor totem still available for copy. Infernal joins the fight, and this is where Dog needs to make the play, dude. Succubus CC onto copy with a Casebolt to the face. Copy looks like he's still healthy, and I think he might actually turn around to Dog. Casebolt. Oh no! He actually went from healthy to gone. From healthy to gonzo, boys. Night Fair ability isn't good. Is the buff 50%? Oh, you're going for the buff. Oh, the 500 mastery. Yeah, the mastery seems really, really good, actually. I could see it. Haddock does go in and eliminate the Warlock pretty quickly on. And Haddock is Necrolord. Was Haddock the same Feral from last week? The Necrolord Feral? Pretty good. Wait, Bilbo, that's actually a pretty big play. If you're Night Fae, you're not using it for the ability, you're using it for the Master buff. That actually might not be that bad. That actually doesn't seem that terrible then for a Hunter, because your pets do so much of your damage. Good night, Shammy. Yo, he took so much damage. Kiss trying to make some damage happen back to Haddock. And might have himself a big go. Big damage out of the Pala. Does he get the one-shot nuke? The blind didn't come in. So Haddock is going to be able to sprint out of there, get himself a little bit of heal, playing that Restoration Affinity. So a Rejuve and Swiftmans are going to be part of his gameplay here. Kiss still has wings rolling. He's still going to go for the hammers in there, throwing in a bunch of hammers. Haddock got the bleeds onto the Pala. Well, those bleeds are going to be enough. It looks like he is going to supplement the bleeds. Blind had a defensive blind, though. Look at this bleed damage. We are at 39% dampening, but look at those bleeds. Oh, look at those bleeds. I do wonder what Lego he's running with the bleeds. Bob, it looks like Haddock is going to have to reset those bleeds back up later, as Kiss is going to be able to go flashlights. Could maybe poke out and cyclone him. Looks like before that could happen, Kiss tried to see if he could charge him. And Haddock, there you go, man. Getting the swarm, needs to make sure the bleeds are in. Got himself the Tiger's Fury, everything available. Big bleeds available with a frenzy. I think it could be over for Kiss. He just melts. Oh my god. He just melts. As soon as the bleeds are up, that's over. The boy is just done. Big flashcraft available for Haddock. It looks like it's kind of like channeling in the platform above. Sarath gonna be next. He's gonna allow Haddock to get the opener here. 43% dampening. He's gonna go for a bit of a charge. Bash at Haddock, still holding on to Trinket. Is Sarath still a Night Fae? If Sarath is Night Fae, he better be really, really careful when he uses his ability. Might even have to use Night Fae defensively, actually. Haddock got plenty of pressure for Sarath, though. Let's actually watch his health. As long as he got the swarm and the bleeds. I don't think he has the swarm on him right now, though. Maybe Haddock could go for some bleeds up. He does have Tiger's Fury. It looks like he's just trying to make some smooth damage happen. The swarm is up. Could go for the big bleed setup. Frenzy is up. The bites are coming through. And Sarath does wall a lot of this damage. So he's going to take very, very little damage from those dots. Or the burst from Haddock. Maimon to Haddock. Does he have a big go? Convoke coming out. He's going to have a trick and interrupt immediately. With a bash onto Sarath again with a bite right after. I think we're going to have to wait until Haddock gets another Tiger's Fury, Swarm, and all the bleeds up. Then we'll really see the burst happen. It looks like the Swarm does jump back to Sarath. Very opportunity for Haddock to maybe make someone go. Thorns for Thorns, and Sarath is extra careful to deal with the Thorns. Haddock goes in for a Shadow Ball for a second. Does get a big rake. Mostly going for CC. Just going for that quick stun just to disrupt Sarath. Not really committing just yet. Haddock, as a Necrolord, does have Tiger's Fury, could go for the big bleeds. Frenzy is there too, so that's a lot of bleeds. Bash onto Haddock though first, no trick available. Does Sarath make a play? He does build combo points, but he doesn't commit them into anything. Haddock charging in, could potentially go for a big go. Throws the Necrolord onto Sarath in bear form, running circles. Does set up an Ursos. There goes the big bleeds. There goes the big bite. And look at the dots. Look at dots at Sarath. Can he live it? Oh my god, these dots are just melting him. Oh my god, his health is just going places. Oh no, this is just not going well for him at all. He's low on health. He's still alive, but he's low on health. Thorns for Haddock. Thorns for both of them, actually. And Sarath is still taking that melting dot damage. I mean, it's still pretty good, damn. The bleeds, I think, are mostly gone, but damn. It's interesting. Haddock gets himself plenty of shield Well, Sarath just doesn't really have a way to recover unless he just convokes. If he has it out of form, that's the only way he does anything. Bite of Sarath, does catch him, and there goes the seed pod. Might be able to take out the seed pod fast enough. Should be pretty good, even as an Necrolord. I think it shouldn't be an issue. Taking him out. Oh my god. Okay. I guess we have a Demon Hunter teabagging him. You wash you up next versus Hatter, going for the flagellation immediately. Not going for the back-to-back stuns. It looks like you're just going in for as much damage as possible. Just trying to eliminate Haddock out of the game. Haddock popping off cooldowns offensively, trying to get himself some resources rolling. Iwashi takes a couple of bleeds in there. Wait, I think it's actually pretty big bleeds. How about you go for a bit of a heal with the Healthstone from the Warlock on team 2? Sap onto Haddock. And Iwashi just waiting on to get himself a reset. Kidney shot into Haddock, does get a trickle out of it. Iwashi, does he have enough damage? Haddock trying to get himself a little bit of reheal. Oh, the swarm, dude. That's all he could do. He might be able to do some damage to Iwashi, trying to do what he can here. Does get him in a stun, but I mean, with the armor, there's only so much you can do. He can put some bleeds on Iwashi at most. Next up is going to be one. Oh, Ellie, actually. Never mind. I was going to say maybe one of the Demon Hunters. Apparently not. Get a shot into Ellie. Trickles out immediately. Shortest, smallest stun into Iwashi. Iwashi vanishes offensively. Trying to damage around to Ellie, but I think they're both dead. Ellie, a capping now. The big bite. I feel like Iwashi should have played defensively, but he decided against it. They'll have to go in for a vanish and just keep going. Damn. That's crazy. Forgor, how you doing, man? Ysera skipping him alive? Dude, Ysera is actually not doing that much. Not doing that badly, actually. You see so many Pharaohs going Guardian build nowadays. Haddock coming in with them big bleeds, dude. I am happy to see that. Copy just looking like a juggernaut. Oh my god, Copy! Oh my god, you heal so much! Ah! You heal so much more than you did damage. What? Oh my god. Shamans, man. Shamans, dude. How do they work? Absolutely fantastic healing, man. It's maybe a little busted, but fantastic either way. Good on you. Not everybody's gonna like it, but good on you. Doing your best. Damn. Man, that was rough. Who got that kill? It was the Feral. It was the Feral that lived at the end. I was close, but the Feral did. Healed 600% of my damage cell. Jesus, he did heal for a lot, didn't he, huh? You actually had a ton of DM too. Like, he had so many kills. He did more healing than damage. That's what I just can't fathom. I just don't understand. Shamans, man. Full team ready? I know Master 11, you're ready. Should we throw him versus Belly, I guess? Master 11 with those Demon Hunters? No, actually, is Master 11 with DHs or is it Jesus with DHs? I think it's Jesus with DHs, but Master 11, he does have Bilbo in there. So I guess we could throw Bilbo in there again versus Belly, right? I don't want to see Bilbo play because Bilbo hasn't got to play in a while. And I love Bilbo, dude. I love you, my man. What's up, brother? What's up, Forgor? Hope you're having a good one, my man. People don't know you can increase healing surge by 50%. Oh, with a conduit. Yeah, there's a conduit there too, right? Yeah. I wonder if Blizzard should remove those from hybrid classes, right? People complain about hybrid healing regularly. But the reason they're able to heal that much is because there's some conduits that are able to give them so much healing. Would people harder if Blizzard remove ability for those, like, enhancement shaman to use the restoration conduits to do more healing? Would there be more people reing if they remove that ability, or less people reing or more people reing if they kept that in the game? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's a request for group of 5. Yo, Asama, what's your name, man? What's your name, my dude? What's your real ID? Because I have probably a couple of these, don't I? 35. Oh, this is Asama. Let's see, Frost Boss. Wait. I can't add you. What? Okay, I did add him. Okay, it took me a second. I just kept clicking. I want to see Asama, so I need to know your real ID. Now my OTC 6 out of 10 mythic at the moment. Nice, dude. Congrats. Were you there for Gore for the Denathrius kill? We killed Danny. We actually killed Danny the other day, and got some Gilded's loot. That's awesome, man, dude. 6 out of 10. That's respectable bosses, man. Those are respectable bosses. Council, if you got Council down, man, that's a good boss. That's a tough one. Even after the nerfs, that's still a tough one, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Looking for Asuma? Asuma. I don't see Asuma, so I might need to add you. I don't know if you did add me. Maybe I was full on friends list at the time you add me. I guess I could try it, right? Asuma. Wait. Can I not capitalize it, please? I don't think it makes a difference. Asuma. I send a request. All right, write me a whisper, and I'll queue you against somebody who's ready. Imagine he could hear two times more. I really hope to see more of you in a duel, Bilbo. Between BM Honda smack people down has a great potential. Yeah, they're super fun, man. Fun while it lasted. The Star Search can crit for 50k. What? You kidding me? Yeah, I did, man. That was all tight. Hell yeah, dude. Wait, 50k Star Search? What? On Copperfin, I didn't use this. Just regular conduits. I believe you, Copy. I believe you. It's hard to... You can't really inspect someone's conduits, though. So it's like hard to tell. But I believe you. I believe you. But I wonder if they removed that functionality. Like, would people or nah? That'd be enough to kill off certain specs. Well, I'm ready. All right. We can throw you versus... Did Jesus just play? Jesus and Master played. So maybe we versus Belly. Or should we throw versus Master so... Let's throw you versus Master so Bilbo gets another chance to play. How does that sound? And we'll throw Jesus versus Belly or something like that. If he's ready. So let's do it like that. Asuma... Oh, hold on. ASUMAH and Master 11. 5. We'll try it, boys. We'll try it. Down on the Rogue better 1v1 duels and a Windwalker Monk. What? Is Rogue better at 1v1 duels than a Windwalker Monk? Monks are really, really strong. Dude, that's a tough one. That's a toughie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Man, Rogues do have the one-shot capable. Like if you play sub, right? We're not talking about any other specs except for sub. It's really close. That's clutch. Chat, what do you think? What's better, Rogue or Monk for duels? Like in 1v1, who's gonna win? Rogue or Monk, chat? 20% healing surge increases is endurance conduit. Oh wait, yes it is. You're right. No mind. That's not a spec specific then, is it? Yes, that's not a spec specific. But can't you use the restoration one where you drop down a healing stream totem and then you heal yourself for more? Isn't that a thing? I didn't really check notes. I have no idea. I mean, it won't be unplayable, but it'll be top. Yeah, like it's still gonna be pretty good, man. Cabo plus Trinket CA, of course. Yeah, we'll see how it goes out, man. We'll see how it rolls out. Hopefully, boomies won't be too bad. I don't think boomies will be terrible. They're just gonna be a little bit less good in AoE. Maybe in keys they'll be a little bit less like big damn, but I don't think they'll be bad. I think gear will make a lot of the difference. At the beginning of the patch, like with Nathria gear and with season 1 gear, they'll feel pretty bad, but afterwards I think they'll level out. I don't remember if I saved that one or not. Yowashi and Megatron already at each other's throats, so let me save that one real quick, just in case I didn't. Oh god, Megatron, you're dying. Oh no, Yowashi, please. Please save it for. Please wait. Please wait. Okay, now I saved it. I missed it so good. Such good parts of the duel. Okay, switch. Was saving a duel and I missed a portion opener, but Megatron took a bit of damage from Yowashi at the very start. We'll see how that works out for him though, as he's looking to maybe come back. Get a shot by Yowashi. Does have a trinket if he wants to. Megatron got a lot of damage ready. Oh, trinket in the last second, and Yowashi does snipe him out. Megatron probably should have triggered a little bit earlier. I think he was trusting himself. Like, you know what? I think I got this. The Rogue did have Shadow Blades, and that was Flagellation, so that is going to be a lot of damage. If you're going to trinket anything, probably that would be the ability to trinket. Potentially. Wait, what? How did you get this name? Pig. I guess we'll call you Pig for short, right? Okay. FCK, it's like a KFC. It's like a scrambled KFC, boys. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is, YouTube. Totally, 100% guarantee. Pig, though, gonna be out versus the Yowashi. Gonna hit with a cheap shot into a breath. Poly right after. We're going for a rune of power. Meteor coming down. Big damage. Radiant Spark. Blind. Radiant Spark after the Meteor is down? Interesting choice. Normally you go for a Radiant Spark as the Meteor is coming down and you already have like a pre-set up. Like your Radiant Spark, then you go for CC chain, then you go Meteor down, Fire Blast, something else, and then Meteor is the 4th spell and does the most damage. But interesting though. Pig getting hit with a kidney shot as Iwashi's going for a full CC chain, just trying to get away, might even be able to get himself a reset. The images are being a little bit aggressive with Frostbolt, so it might actually be pretty bad for him. And Pig does have those Fire Blasts rolling, trying to go for yet another Radiant Spark. Pyro Blast flying, trying to get the Phoenix Flames in there. Can he make another Pyro work? That's 3 Phoenix Flames. Can he make the 4th spell do big damage? I guess we'll find out. If he's able to catch up to Iwashi, does go for a Shadow Step, avoiding a lot of the damage from Pig, at least for now. But the mage is being pretty aggressive. He's just charging at him and just hit him with Fire Blast. Big Kabushi coming out, so that's going to be cloak and shadows for Iwashi. I think he's trying to see if he can surprise him. And Iwashi landing a kidney shot onto Pig, trying to make some damage of his own happen. Flagellation is up. Iwashi got himself lots of comp points ready. Cheap shot onto Pig. Does he have himself the biggest ghost possible? And looks like it's going to be Pig getting some damage back to Iwashi. Actually doing quite a bit of a burn. Quite a bit of a burn phase, really. Iwashi looking for that reset. Sap onto Pig. Even though he still has a mastery burning on him. Avoided the meteor on the other side of the pillar. So that's actually a pretty big play for him. Getting that reset is huge. If only he could survive the next go from Pig, you'll be okay. That's still Icebuck. No, actually no Icebuck available. He does have Cauterize. Does have shields. So those are going to be pretty big. Giving him a bit of health. Ring of Frost. Does he have maybe a G-Pie? He doesn't have G-Pie. Radiant Spark. That's going to go for the ult of time. Trying to make the damage happen. Does get the Arcane explosions onto Iwashi. But the Rogue Cloak thing is just too good. They're nerfing that thing for a reason, huh? They're nerfing the Rogue Cloaking thing. It's not going to be a permanent cloak with a shield. It's only going to last 4 seconds when you enter stealth. So you won't be able to constantly reset. It's going to be much harder. But it looks like Pig is going to take lots of damage. Blasting those shields on at the last second is going to be able to get a poly onto Iwashi, as he does have full Shadow Blades and everything ready. Radiant Spark is up, blind into Pig. We're back to the business as it was. Only a human racial, maybe even available for Pig to maybe get out of a stun. But it's a little rough for him. Does he have normal blink by any chance? I didn't follow. But it's going to be Iwashi getting himself a nice setup. No human racial by the looks of it. Does have Cauterize, so maybe lives the Cauterize. Needs himself shields immediately. Does gain the shields the last second. Oh my goodness. DC, my man. How you doing, my dude? How you doing, my guy? You met a girl? Yo, DC, can we get a hashtag DC? Casanova over here, meeting girls, man. How you doing, my guy? Yo, can we get a hashtag DC, man? Thank you so much, my dude, for the 20. Appreciate you, my guy. That's a lot of moolah. And yo, met a girl. That's good for you, man. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Get a shot onto Pig. Hits him with a breath, though. And did he human racial out of that one? He might have human trinketed out of it. With a meteor on the side, Iwashi, I think, still has plenty of burn damage for this mage. Asuma is up next. Get a shot onto Iwashi. Not gonna give him an opportunity to get any kind of reset. Just going all out, back-to-back eviscerates. Just not gonna let him survive at all. Hey, Asuma, how's it going, by the way? Next up is gonna be KYS God. Sponsored by KY and Jelly. Probably gonna need KY and Jelly after the fun this guy's gonna have with you. A Shadow Strike from Asuma into immediate kidney shot. And KYS might have to bubble this immediately. He's super low in health. Does he just choose not to bubble? Did he think he was gonna survive? Yo, Asuma just got mad damage there. Bilbo's up next. Does he flare him out? Almost. So close. So close. He just melted that paladin. Like, that paladin, I guess, was like, maybe he was like, you know what? I might be okay. I'm probably, maybe it's like, I cannot trinket here, or I can't pop anything. Otherwise, I'll lose this duel. So he either one-shots me, or I don't know. Bilbo is going to be up next, and actually Bilbo explained a little bit why he plays the Night Phase of BM, the 500 mastery stat, when he drops down the Night Phase ability. Probably does the trick. That probably does a lot of it. I mean, the Night Phase ability does a bit of damn, but the mastery is the biggest bonus possible. There's going to be also health too, actually, for Bilbo to survive this. Actually has a little bit of health. Back-to-back cheap shots for Asuma. Bilbo has plenty of survivability. Goes for Feigned Death. As long as he has a 100 mark on Asuma, and they don't have a Cloak of Shadows, he will have the pets always attack at Asuma. Flare will not let him catch another re-stealth at all. Still, Hunter's Mark is going to keep him out in combat. Trying to port next to Bilbo. Got himself closer, line of sight. The pets are still on Asuma. If you can get a stun onto the rogue, you could be in a good spot. Asuma just doesn't have a lot of health to work with here. Sippy Cup is up. Freezing Trap is available. And that looks like it is going to break. Kidney Shot onto Bilbo. Does he have any kind of setup? That Asuma, I think, might be able to take him out. It looks like he does. That is super unfortunate. That is unfortunate. With a rogue, with a full... I mean, if you didn't have anything there, like a trinket, turtle, pet sack, pet heal. That's just tough, man. That's just tough. Yeah, it looks like the paladin is going to be the one who needs some KY and jelly after that one. Man, that was rough. Why is dog? I guess he's maybe just planting banners just for banners. Who did he plant? Oh, he planted a banner on the pig. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he knows the guy. Maybe he does know him. Maybe he ran into him in arenas. Maybe it's his nemesis. Arch nemesis. Somebody's seen arenas all the time and have a back and forth. You win some, they win some. But if you get to know your nemesis, you probably have more in common than not. Can you shout out to dog? While the shadowy duel is up, so the succubus can't really succubus seduce him immediately. So for Asuma, that was actually perfect. It was pretty good opener. Dog couldn't stop that opener. That was full 100% crit for Asuma and everything. Unless he's playing the Rotten Legendary, and that is a different story. But still, with a good, either way, good damn. Mortal Call onto the rogue. Dog got himself a big setup. It's gonna be Soulfire. Does that hit hard? Shit, got himself a re-stealth. At the last second, got himself a re-stealth. Dropping down Infernal. I really want to see a full-blown Soulfire. I really want to see a Soulfire from this guy with full cooldowns at some point. Looks like Asuma is gonna get caught out with the Rain of Fire, but the shield holds strong. He actually just can't get caught out at all. The shield getting nerfed in 9-1 probably might be a good thing. Otherwise, Rogue's literally sit himself forever. Looks like the burn actually burned through that shield fast enough. Succubus and Infernal on either side. That's going to teleport for Dog immediately. Looks like the Flagellation is on him, though. And for Asuma, he would want to maximize the damage while Flagellation is up. That's going to be a Succubus Seduce. Coming up immediately. Dog got himself a big old cannonball set up, ready to go with a Mortal Coil. I really would love to see a Soulfire, boys. I would love to see a Soulfire. Got himself a few instas onto Asuma, but the port for the Rogue looking for the reset. Needs to deny the reset for the Rogue immediately. Even though that means getting up melee with the guy. Getting a shot, the Succubus is going to get the slow into Asuma unless he goes for like Shadow Meld. I think he's going to be out in the open. As long as you have the dots on him. Cataclysm around the corner. Battlemaster Chicken falling for Asuma. Has a Cloak of Shadows with a port for Dog. And the Succubus is still on the Rogue. Not going to let him catch an easy one. Cheap shot on the Dog. Asuma had barely any health. And Dog is just going to snap his fingers and the Rogue goes poof. Cryaz is going to be up next. As another... Is that Assassination this time? Wait. Okay, here we go. Opening up as a Kyrian. Not a lot of people play Kyrian Rogue nowadays. Everybody's like Ventier, Necrolord, Night Fae. Nobody's Kyrian nowadays, but Kyrian's still not terrible. I mean, if he likes it, he likes it. Cool mock, by the way. I like the mask. I always wanted for my Rogue to have a mask like that. It looks awesome. Dog waiting out for Cryaz to... Oh, Vanish coming out. Cryaz going for the big burst. Is going to be Succubus Seduced. Trinkets out of it. Might have enough damage. It looks like Dog might be in trouble. And does get eviscerated out. Sarath, last one left on the team. Charging in, not letting the Rogue catch a reset. Is going to go for the big go in the opener. Big old bites rolling in. Another big bite. Didn't even let the Rogue a chance. Just 2 bites in a row and out he goes. And Mini Kira is going to be up next as a Boomy. Mini KDA. Wait, it's Mini KDA. I do like Mini. I do like the name Mini though. Mini. Mini versus Sarad. The Druid versus Druid. Oh no, it's coming down to Feral versus Boomy, boys. Oh goodness. Is it going to be one of the long ones again? I'm out. Love you all. It was like, thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate you, my dude. Appreciate you, my guy. Gonna be opened by Sarad. Big Convoke. Mini doesn't have any answer. Do they die? Do they live? How are they alive? They were actually alive until Convoke was over. And then Sarad just bit him. But they were actually living for a bit. Big liver. Looks like Asuma comes in with 3 kills in a row as a sub rogue, man. Big dammy for that guy. Big dammy. Actually nutty. Actually nutty. I do feel a little bit sad for that Kyrian rogue, dude. He just came out and just got opened up on. You know, what can you do? You have no trinket. You can't really do much. This is where the other person can have full advantage of just going at you. You know what I mean? Full advantage. Anyway, boys, let's get up and running in the next one, yeah? Let's get another duel rolling. Or are we Dunsky? Or are we Dunsky? It is 7:33. I should get some food. Yeah, I think we can call it there, boys. We are calling the duel with 155 over for EU, boys. Always PvP with Feral unless it's 3v3s or RBGs. Yeah, Feral's a lot of fun, man. It was quite a bit of fun. Hashtag nerf rogues is a total needed. Casually get it 50k bited. Hashtag nerf rogues. Well, they are getting nerfed. Like your conduit for stealth is only gonna last 4 seconds, so you will not be able to send stealth forever when you catch a re-stealth. What else? Crit Lego is getting nerfed, so it's only 2 second duration instead of 4. That's gonna kind of suck. Assassination is getting above though. You might have to play Assass with that Shiv. Healing reduction. This is gonna be so good. And we also haven't taken a look at the rogue legendaries or any of the rogue changes. I don't think Blizzard has done all the class changes. They've only they nerfed Boomy, Fire Mage, Afu in PvE. They added Mage, Warlock, and a couple other, and Monk mostly honor talents. They nerfed Frost DK a little bit. They gave some weird one for priests. I don't really know if they're gonna like it or not. I heard that they actually don't like it. But they haven't touched a lot of the classes so far. Like Shamans haven't got touched, Rogues haven't got touched. Warriors have some legendaries to look at. So I don't think it's a final set at all. Jesus, I think we're done for that, man. Thanks so much for coming by. Say classy down, yo, Kyle. Thanks for coming by, man. Get some grub. Furl doesn't need a nerf. My god, Convoke was last patch. It's Necro now. Yeah, Convoke is so last tier. Right now, it's all the craze is Necrolord. Maybe Ventir at some point will be good. Maybe that'll scale towards the end of the expansion. Maybe. But they got some really cool Legos and stuff coming up too. I want to make a video and talk about the Legos too. And lots of changes. New exciting challenge for hunters. Yo, that'd be cool, man. Imagine if they redid survival. Made it like a range class again. Or maybe like a melee, but like a melee that makes more sense. Or like a melee that can be played as ranged or a melee based on like which challenge you run. Like maybe give it like 2 stances. You got a range stance and a melee stance. So if you want to play it as range, you could totally play it as range. But if you want to play it as melee, you might have some advantages as a melee. Like maybe when you go into like a range stance, you have a longer kick. As a melee, you have a shorter kick. So like in dungeons, you could like be very hybridized. And like I guess you would lose some niceties as range, but you would gain the range and safety. And still have good damage. But then you'd be like melee that's all utility based, like trap based and stuff. That'd be cool as hell. That could be Convoke for PvE, hands down. Or Ventir for PvE. I don't see Ventir that much. I tried Ventir, it didn't seem that good. At least I couldn't really make it work. It seemed like a lot of effort. Also in Sims, it just doesn't perform. So maybe it's just it scales better later. But if Drugs, that was our champ. How you doing, my man? Which will never happen. Yeah, I don't know, dude. We'll see. But even on my druid, dude, I went back to Night Fade just because I try to make Ventir work, man. It's tough. It's actually really tough. Like even if I do some Sims and stuff, it doesn't seem that strong right now. It scales. It probably will scale super hard. Like at the end, it'll probably be like a big incarnation feral that's all about Ventir and this big trucking nuke in the opener that just does incredible damage and then just AFK until 3 minutes. Master buff is 90. Forgot about that, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good there too. Wawa for dinner, baby. What's for dinner? I think it's pizza. It's Friday, so it should be pizza night. Or I have to order something. We'll see. But thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow, we got some more NA duels. So you guys, if you want to join in for NA duels or come by and watch, we'll check them. If for some reason we're struggling to get the NA boys in tomorrow, EU, if you guys want to hang around, hover around, we might be able to get even more EU duels up and running too. And next week, we might be able to get some PTR duels. I'm hoping next week to do even more updates for classes, more Legos, and we'll try all the new things. I want to try the new abilities. I want to try new legendaries. I want to try everything that's awesome and new. We're getting Wawa water, or was Wawa something else? By the way, don't expect me tomorrow for Duels birthday weekend. Yo, Tyron, happy birthday, my man. You enjoy your birthday, dude. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about us. Enjoy your birthday. Have fun. You do what you do, my dude. Level Frost Mage. Look strong. Yeah, they're looking really good, dude. If you're looking at mages and you were a fan of what mages were prior, and you're not really happy, like, with fires getting nerfed, like, it isn't now the time to start looking at Frost and Arcane, dude. They're looking really, really good. All right, you boys take it easy. I'm gonna go get some pizza, relax, get some videos done. Maybe we get some old stuff done as well on live, or play Divinity with guildies, or go exploring more of 9-1 over in the over with Kren. I don't really know. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys take it easy. Peace.
We are like the globe, bet you never know. Bet you never know. We are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we